That dude got angry.
What? What?
I know. I rode a horse for like 10 minutes or so, or less.
Why do you get the ball?
Breath of the Wild.
Why do you?
One time. But other than that, I have never played a Zelda game.
So you never played Ocarina?
I shot like at least 100 of those
Never
bullcracks
played
around.
And I have no
Dude, you have no idea what rage is, you fucking bastard.
I have a manual car in Grand Rapids every day.
First time I got my manual car,
You're mad, you're mad.
and I was just learning how to do it.
Oh, he's bad. He's killing people. He's killing people.
Manual is the winter time, so
I still like just driving the automatic.
Hey, kill this fucking guy. Kill this fucking guy.
keep it in the middle.
Yeah.
My starter actually went out of whatever fuck's on it, so I actually alright, everybody. Push!
Yeah.
And pop plug. We're out of here. So, alright, we're on. And
That dude got angry at you, bro.
Jesus.
So why do you get the ball? Why do you get the ball?
See that they're coming
Bro, I just shot like I shot like at least 100 of those bullcracker rounds, dude.
Hey, what's up, Beth?
You're mad, you're mad.
Nice to see you.
Crazy.
Alright.
Oh, he's bad. He's killing people. He's killing people.
Yo, what up? What it doing today with your favorite Hotbox crew? As always, I'm your host Dre.
Hey, kill this fucking
Let's see
guy.
what kind of shit we get into today. I got my
Kill this fucking guy.
oldest friend and probably
moron.
most loving brother of my entire life, Nancy. And then I have another good buddy that I met back in high school. So, nothing real special today.
Dude got
Other than the
angry
fact
at
that I
you,
got
bro.
one of my oldest brothers on here that I wanted to basically dive into the tattoo life because I love tattoos.
Why do you get the ball? Why do you get the ball?
So,
Bro,
tattoo career was
I just shot like
I knew I could do. I was
I
like,
shot
I
like
can
at least
draw
100 of those
shit, so there's
bullcracker
no
rounds,
way
dude.
that tattoo career is for me. However, you'll find me inside of a shop endless hours a day. But what really got you into tattoos, Nancy?
Drawing.
You're
Really?
mad,
No,
you're mad.
I've always liked to draw.
Oh, he's bad. He's killing people. He's
But
killing people.
I think what really did it is fucking hate working. Hate working a
Hey, kill
lot.
this fucking guy.
And no, it kind of just
Kill this fucking guy.
fell into my lap, basically. I kind of just hung out in a shop here locally that's no longer around, but basically just kind of was like, hey, teach me the ways, you know, guy that was working there, Goat, rest in peace.
May he rest in peace. I didn't know ghosts the ones that taught me.
Yeah, and
Why do you get the ball?
I just kind of took what I already knew, plus what he had to teach me, and just kind of went with it. And now
I shot like at least 100 of those
hate every
bullcracker
day,
rounds.
but I wouldn't do anything else.
I totally understand that.
No, it's just, it's stressful. It's a super stressful thing, you know, like I'm dealing with
Stressful industry.
Yeah, it's,
You're mad.
like I'm dealing with people, you know, people and their wants. And
Oh, he's
their
bad. He's killing people. He's killing
Some
people.
people are more or less forgiving than others, and also like I've had days where I make, you know,
Kill this fucking guy.
thousands of dollars, you know, but I've also gone weeks without making a single dollar, so that part sucks. You know, I've always been into art, and I enjoyed tattoos, and I kind of just started, like most people, just tattooing in
That dude got
a
angry at you, bro.
dining room, you know, like, and whoever would let me, and turned out I wasn't half bad. So.
Why do you get the ball? Why do
That's
you
the
get the
one we
ball?
gotta get done too. But do
Bro,
you remember the tattoo gun that we made, or that I
I
made?
shot like at least 100 of those hole
the
crackers around
popsicle
here.
stick thing.
Yeah, yeah. The fucking biggest mistake of our goddamn life. Basically.
That thing, that little tattoo is still under here somewhere. You can't see nothing now. It's covered with those.
Right.
But
No, obviously.
You're mad.
it's in there.
It's in there.
Crazy.
Man, that was crazy.
Oh, he's bad. He's killing people. He's killing people.
I built my own. Yeah, I built my own little tattoo guns, and then YouTube's a great place.
Oh yeah. Hey, kill this fucking
But
guy.
I built my own little tattoo gun,
Kill this
and
fucking guy. Fucking moron.
I really want to get into tattooing, but I didn't know a thing about it, and I didn't do any further research into like what kind of ink you should use. Yeah. So I'm like, I got pen ink.
Yeah, this shit's still in my arm. So.
Wicked.
That dude got
Is it better
angry.
to have somebody like specifically know exactly what they want,
Or do you like to basically take what they want and make your own?
So
Why
it
do
kind of
you get the
depends.
ball?
Like, if we're just doing little bangers, like little things, I would prefer you come in and know
I
exactly.
shot like at least 100 of those hole crackers around here.
Obviously, let me kind of do my thing, or like if I don't think this design is going to look well as a tattoo, I'm going to kind of do what I have to make it look good. But for little
You're
stuff, I
mad. You're
definitely
mad.
prefer you know exactly what you want.
Oh, he's bad. He's
For
killing
bigger
people. He's
things,
killing people.
I like to have a little more, like, prep time, freedom.
Hey, kill this fucking guy.
If you've got, example, like, you're trying to get your hand done here, and you got this whole space and this here, like, you don't just want to throw something here, and then you got this weird spot here, like, let me fill that out, and so it can flow with your body, rather than just put some design that you like on there, and just have it look like a, yeah, like a little picture on your arm that doesn't flow with your body.
Why do you get the ball?
Yeah.
Why do you get the ball?
Man, what kind of? Have you ever tattooed anybody that's passed out?
I just shot like
Well, loads of times.
I
Loads of
shot like at least
times.
100 of those hole crackers around here.
My favorite.
Ooh.
This was maybe 8 or 9 years ago. I was tattooing this father-daughter come in, and they were getting a single rose on a stem, like on their rib cage,
Hey, kill this fucking
the
guy.
whole time the dad is telling the daughter, like, this is gonna hurt, this is gonna hurt, you're gonna have a hard time, blah blah blah, and she goes first to kind of get it out of the way, and she sits so good. She sits perfectly still, and the ribs, for most people, is not an easy place to get tattooed, and but she sits so still,
Dude got anger issues, bro.
perfect, and plain anything, and we just kind of get it done, and then it's Dad's turn.
Big man.
And he was like a
Why do you get the ball?
he was a kind of a
Macho looking dude.
yeah, he was kind of a muscular dude. Well, we get the stencil on there. He's
I shot like at least 100 of those hole crackers around here.
talking smack, like telling his daughter, like, this is how a professional sits for a tattoo, whatever. Even though she sat perfectly fine, and we get
You're mad. You're mad.
so I'm like doing the stem, and I go up one side of the stem
Oh, he's bad. He's killing
with the
people.
liner, and then I go up the other side, and I get like halfway through that second long line, and
Hey, kill this fucking guy.
was like, hold on, and he
Kill this fucking guy.
stands up out of nowhere,
Moron.
turns totally white, and pukes on the floor. And then the second he was done puking, fell in it.
No.
Passed right out, fell right in it.
That dude
Fuck,
got
bro.
anger issues, bro.
Is it hard to hear us? Keep hearing us in my voice. Oh fuck me! No way.
Why do you get the ball?
There's no way that's doing that.
Why do you get the ball?
This.
Oh,
you remember the other thing? No. This.
Bro,
There. I wonder. Is that better? Bethany, can you hear us better now? I had to get rid of a page I didn't close that I thought I closed earlier. That's crazy. I can't believe I did that.
Out here listening to
Random Halo shit. No.
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever popped up on my fucking stream first, but is this a little better?
I would just assume so.
That's my guess, but, you know. Our customers know best. That's
Yeah.
fucking nuts, though, dude.
Yeah.
Hit the floor.
Hit the
is all
floor.
that's
That's
here.
exactly what it was.
That's better. Yeah.
Then another time was more recent. I obviously for privacy's sake, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, no, of course not.
Yeah. But this girl, my lady, she does piercings as well.
Nice.
And she pierced this girl's belly button, and like, it goes fine. It goes perfectly fine. It looks good. You know, she stands up. She checks it out in the mirror. She loves it.
Right.
10 minutes go by, and they're like now at the front counter talking about like going over aftercare, and the girl, she passed out. She fell backwards.
Really?
Smoked her head. She had to be helicoptered to another hospital. Yeah.
No fucking way.
Yeah, it was.
God damn.
That was
dude.
crazy. Yeah.
Jesus.
I've seen people like pass out, seize and piss their pants.
Jesus.
I
Is seizing a part of like going into shock?
don't know.
Or is it
like,
just, like, different for each person?
Happens. I've seen it happen a couple of times. I'm sure there's some sort of thing.
It's gotta be like a pain tolerance. Type of
Yeah,
thing.
I'm sure there's some sort of thing like with different people, like some other underlying health issue.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I've seen people have a real hard time for sure. Yeah.
That's fucking nuts, man.
No, I know the hardest time I had was on my calf, but
Oh,
other
really?
than that, yeah.
I got the front of my shin done, and it's that octopus that's like holding the ship and all that, and I wanted color, and the only part of that really hurt was the lemon on the top part of my, like on the front of your shin, it's like right here. I don't know why, but I was like, oh, first time ever, I was like on my phone the whole time, and then he started coloring in the lemon, and I was like,
Can I hold your hand?
oh, wow. I was like, man, that stings. Like, it's the first time I've had to like focus in a while, but yeah, man, tattoos they're definitely a journey, but I mean, fuck, dude, they're just they mean a lot to me, and so I tell a lot of people, I'm like, I understand, like, if you have problems with pain and all that, but if it's something you really want, you're gonna get it. Like, you're definitely gonna get it.
I have a lot that don't mean anything, but
I know you do, but
I do have a bunch that mean loads. I've got a face full of tattoos for dead people. Like that's basically everything here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Talking about shins, dude. I tattooed a homie's shin, and he was just sitting like a baby. Shout out Adam Hawkins. And,
oh, no way.
He was just sitting like a baby the whole time, and I gave him a hard time, like, man, quit being a baby, like it's just a tattoo, and I didn't have either of my shins tattooed at the time, but and he was like, man, whatever, dude, this hurts, and later on I went to go get my shin tattooed, and it was fucking terrible. I was gonna
say, did you call him and be like,
I literally, while I was getting my shin blasted, I texted him and was like, yo, dude, I'm sorry that I gave you a hard time. This hurts. This hurts real bad.
See, the shin didn't really bother me much. Like, it was, I don't know, weird spots, they don't bother me.
I mean, mine for me, it was like the front bottom part where, like, right above
ankle.
Yeah. And it's a bunch of, like, dark, like, gray wash and black and just, like, dark stuff, so lots of just, yeah, it hurt, so I texted him.
Scraping.
Yeah, I texted him and was like, yo, I'm sorry, like, that hurt.
Yo, bro, I'm sorry I was a dick.
Yeah, but, no, other than that, yeah, there's definitely other painful spots, but, that was the one for a while.
You ever had any tattoos that kind of like Like, have you ever seen any really fucked up tattoos that have come out, even around you? Like, whether it was out of a house or out of a shop or anything that has just made you look at it and go, oh, somebody fucked up there.
Oh yeah, all the time. People come in. I've seen people come in and be like, I got this tattoo from one of my coworkers. Like one of my coworkers, not
Okay, got you.
And I have to look at it and be like, yeah, that's sweet, dude.
That's some dandy art.
And
awesome.
It's not. Yeah.
And it's not.
It's not. Yeah.
You just had to go with it though.
I think in and around the knee ditch is worse than I would agree with that, actually.
See, the other side of my knee, I feel like that's gonna get me, because my knee, I don't feel like my knee is gonna bother me much. Bony areas don't really give. I don't fucking fuck.
Yeah, like my
bother
hand,
me.
it didn't really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the coolest tattoo you've gotten to do?
Oh, I don't know.
I know, right? Trying to go through the fucking Rolodex of thousands.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've been tattooing a long time at this point, so I don't like Iron Maiden, but I just did I finished a really cool Iron Maiden tattoo today.
I love how you're like, I don't like Iron Maiden.
Yeah, I know. That's just, I'm not I'm not a hater, but
Not for you.
No, it's all opinions in here, bro.
yeah, I'm not a hater, but Iron Maiden is not my thing. Like, I feel like Iron Maiden is for, people our dad's age, that
Dad rock.
like to yell at their wives,
Fuck, man.
But no, it's an Eddie, like the Iron Maiden Eddie, the little, what is it, their mascot or whatever the fuck he is, from the, I think, Aces High album.
Yeah.
Flying
Yeah, I know
the
you're talking about.
plane. I just did that album cover today. That was pretty cool. But I don't know, cool. My favorite or the coolest? I don't know.
What's
man.
your favorite on you?
My favorite on me? I don't really know.
It's another 1,000 deck of cards.
Yeah, I don't really know. I think
Oh,
my
for
favorite.
sure. It's really hard for me not to say my Bugs and Lola one.
Oh yeah.
I fucking love that tattoo.
I think my favorite on me. I don't know. Probably any of the ones on my face, really. But those
Most sentimental.
Those mean the most. Yeah, it's
For
all just dead homies and family members and stuff. I don't know. Maybe this one. My mentor did this before he died. It was pretty. It's not even my best tattoo, but it.
Again, sentimentally means a lot to you.
Yeah, probably my favorite one. Yeah.
You think the tattoo game is changing, like
Every single day.
every single day?
Every single day.
Can you give me a couple examples of like how?
Um,
More than just like, I guess. I'm gonna ask this question next,
go
but
ahead.
more and less than like art-wise. Like, is it just styles, or is it more or less like the tools you're starting to use?
Oh man, tools. So like they make crazier and crazier. I don't even smoke, but I'll hit it a couple times.
Oh, really? Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Yeah.
I just rolled a fucking King Kong Lincoln
That's
log.
okay.
And Eric don't smoke much either. Cool. It'll just be me choking up in this bitch.
So
wow.
the
You
machines.
okay, dog? You don't have to smoke. Like I said, no peer pressure here, dog. This is a full love area.
No. No, like I said, I take a couple of hits here and there.
Fair enough. But yeah. Oh, by the way, what's up, Ace? How you been, bro? Ace is high right now. What's up, boy? Ace is high right
What's up, boy?
Yeah, fucking.
Bethany, I am at Wicked Ways on Plainfield Avenue right now. The Woodland Mall location closed. It just made more sense for my boss financially to get rid of that one. If that answers your question. But
Fair enough.
yeah,
Good shit.
the equipment that we use, machines, needles, everything like that is constantly changing. Like my main machine now that I use, it doesn't make any noise. It doesn't vibrate really. It doesn't. It's just.
Yeah,
It's
no.
just it's like, I mean, honestly, it kind of just looks like a vibrator, like
No, I get you.
but and needles now, they just come in little cartridges, it's not like a big bar.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What did you have to use to snap them down, or?
No, they just
No, they were just really long.
yeah, they were just long.
They
and
were like literally
you
in a
fed the
long
needle
chute.
through a tube.
Oh, okay.
And then connected that, vice that tube to your machine and whatnot. But now it's just like your machine and your grip is all one piece, and there's just cartridges, and you just snap it in, and boom, there's your needle.
That's
it's like this big.
I bet you that's a little more.
Also, for the better, like regulations from like the health department is changing all the time. I'm sure there's artists out here that are like, oh, they're cracking down too hard, like whatever. But I think those are the ones that just aren't clean enough. No, it's always changing, And then you said aside from art, but the art is also changing, Like there's a couple of styles that'll always be around, like American traditional and stuff, which isn't my thing, but it's getting crazy. Like now, what was considered a like a pretty realistic tattoo, 20 years ago is nothing.
That was like hyper realistic.
It's nothing. There's people out there. My homie Jake Schaefer at Truth Seeker Inc. in Traverse City, he's putting out just some of the craziest shit, and it's so cool.
Oh, I know. Schaefer's amazing. He's actually gonna help me do a cover up because I can see those cover ups real good too.
And so the art is changing. The supplies are changing. Regulations are changing, and I am here for it.
Good. What's your favorite type of? What's your favorite art style? Like, what do you predominantly do when you're doing your art?
So I basically am, a lot of other tattooers hate me for it, but I don't like American traditional.
Really?
I don't. I understand why people do, and I can appreciate a good American traditional tattoo, but it's not for me. For me it's too simple. It's flat, and I don't like drawing things wrong on purpose. Like it just seems wrong to me.
American traditional would be like kind of like that, like.
Hang on, I got you. We're gonna show people what American traditional is.
It's like, like old like Sailor Jerry type shit.
Yeah, like the mom tattoos.
Yeah, like that eagle.
So,
yeah.
Oh, all right, 1 second, y'all. I will get it to where you guys can see what the hell we're seeing. So there we go, and now we'll go back over here. All right, so let's see.
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, like it's cool, and I can appreciate the traditional tattoo, but it's just not for me. One thing I do like about it though is like if it's done really well, it shows. But if it's
I don't like
not
American
done well,
traditional
it
tattoos.
also shows.
I personally think they suck.
Because
I do.
it's
Maybe
because of
the
the
fact that
simplicity.
I just hate color tattoos. I just hate
super
bright
well,
color
then
tattoos.
it
I just
just
think they
shows,
suck. I
and,
don't think they look good. I think the designs look cheap.
Traditional tattoos are whack.
I don't like American traditional.
As the saying goes, it's always good cold to pick from the wall.
It is crazy. It is crazy. It's super crazy, and I hate it. But
okay, yeah, that's the thing. That was the other thing when I said, okay, I want to ask you this in a second. AI. Like, look, dude, I understand that people don't like AI, and I'm both ways with it. It's like, dude, I can see how this AI can shit. But in the tattoo world, I was really worried that AI can end up pissing you guys off a lot because it's something that you're looking at and you're like, I could have. Is it because like it's better for you them to just come to you and have you draw it up?
I don't mind if you bring me that as like a reference.
Okay, that's why I like it because I want to be able to show you like in my head when I'm trying to explain to a tattoo artist, I want this with this kind of look like this and the style like this. They're like, yeah, and then they'll draw it up, and I really have a hard time. I mean, I still tell them, but I have a hard time being like, thank you for wasting 12 hours of your day on something that I don't really like. It's not exactly what I wanted. But if I can just get on an AI platform 5 minutes ago, this, edit it with this, okay, this, and show you that.
Yeah.
Because that was what I was doing. I basically have a few things on my phone.
As the saying goes, goes,
Wow,
it's always
really?
good call to pick from the
Fuck
wall.
me,
So
dude.
here are 5 flash
Um,
designs that I'm
yeah.
absolutely dying
Either
to
way,
do.
I have a few tattoo artists I want to come to and be like, hey, can you take this and just kind of put it in your own style? Like you, the one thing I wanted to talk to you about recently was turning my finger into a muffin.
I will say like fingers, you know, they're
As the saying goes,
Fingers.
it's always
they're
good
fingers,
call
you
to
know, they
pick
don't
from the
always
wall.
stay
So
that
here
well,
are
but
5 flash
you can
designs
do
that
it.
I'm
You might have to hit
absolutely
it a couple
dying to
times,
do.
but
I'm
And
alright
how
with
much I
that.
charge for it. Let's go.
But for anybody that doesn't know that hasn't seen, I'm missing part of my left index finger. Oh, it's blocking the sound, yeah.
yeah, there we go.
That's my bad. I gotta turn that off. Holy shit. Dustin, are you in here, bro? That's crazy.
Oh, I'm okay.
It can be useful in some ways, but I've also noticed a lot of artists taking the easy way out and designing their tattoos with AI instead of drawing it. Okay.
Yeah.
Now that I can understand being like a real bitch because
Yeah.
now you're not even really an artist. You're just a graphic
honestly,
designer.
in my opinion, AI can be cool for people doing like realism pieces, you know, like where like, you know, like if you gotta stick these couple of, you know, realistic things together, you know, it can be a lot easier to get a stencil from like an image made from that, you know. But like, yeah, people just using AI and then tattooing those AI images, like, yeah, at that point you're just kind of copying, you know, you're not doing the artist thing.
I want to
Not
see
making
this guy.
it
Okay.
yours.
Yeah.
Huh. So I wanted to see a couple of these different styles to see if one of them kind of hit your like idea of what you do. Those are the American traditionals.
Yeah. I do like neo-traditional stuff.
Do you ever see? Is it just like a tattoo artist thing, like kind of like if you're a plumber and you look in somebody's house and you notice the shit's just not right?
Yeah.
Like, is it just the same thing as tattooing? Like, do you look at somebody else, like somebody you don't even know, you look at their art and you go, "Oh, that's cool," and in your head you're like, "Man, he really fucked up on that."
Yeah, all the time. Yeah. Honestly, so when I was working at a tattoo parlor in a mall, and I would just walk around the mall, and anybody I seen with tattoos, I would stop and talk to them. You know, like give them a card. You know, just say what up or just compliment their tattoos. But like, anytime I seen somebody with like some tattoos and they didn't look too good, I would just swoop in there and be like, "Hey, here's my business card." You know,
If you want to get some
if
good
you want,
art
if you
on
want to
you.
get some, you know, I would say it nicely, you know, but basically, you know, more or less, I would be like, "Hey, like,
Oh,
what you got is, you know, here, why don't you come over here and I'll give you something a little cooler."
hang on. I'm wondering if I can find it. The person that does the tattoos they look like patches.
Oh yeah, those are so sick.
I totally typed that in wrong. No wonder it didn't pop up.
I've done a couple.
I didn't even type in tattoos right. What is up?
Get it together.
Bruh. There it is.
Yeah,
That
those are
shit's-
so cool.
oh, yeah,
yeah,
These are fucking nuts. I cannot believe this is insane.
yeah, I've done some of those, but yeah, there's some people out there that just are super crazy with it.
Bro. Like, I would love that. I want a patch tattoo so bad. Just because I love that they make it really look like you could just pull that shit off your
Pull it
skin.
right off your skin.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah, they're cool for sure. It was kind of I feel like it was kind of a fad for a while.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
there's still people doing them, you know, and no hate, but
No hate.
it was a fad.
God damn. Yeah, the patches definitely look pretty good.
No, to your question though, like what style do I like? I like to do like some neo-traditional stuff. But I also am more. I like to lean more towards just black and gray. It's more my thing. But I like illustrative stuff. Like I'm not going for like hyper realism, but like illustrative realism. But I also am a huge fan of doing stuff with a big, thick, bold outline. Like maybe around just the outer edge, and then doing like somewhat realism in the middle there. But no, I don't know. I basically just like doing tattoos, and I wouldn't say that I have a specific style that I favor.
Really?
Yeah. As long as it's not American traditional.
So if we're putting it at the bottom of the list. You like tattooing anime type stuff or more real stuff?
I've always wondered that too, Bethany. I would like to see some older ones. I'm not.
Let's see if I can move this to where you can see a little better.
I'm not the most into the anime stuff. There's some really, really, really insanely good artists around the state that specialize in that sort of thing. So I'm just gonna leave that to them and kind of do my own thing. But I can do them. I just it's not my favorite thing to do.
Is there anything that's changing for the worst?
Changing? Well, I don't know about changing necessarily, but now that nowadays it seems like everybody and their fucking sister wants to be a tattoo artist.
Yep.
And so now the industry is just getting flooded with these artists, and we're getting a lot of really good artists out of it, but we're also getting a lot of not very good ones, and it's kind of just spreading the clientele around. I do think that the weaker artists or the ones who can't dedicate themselves and suck it up through slow seasons and stuff, they're gonna eventually kind of wean themselves out.
Because they're more or less looking at the quick money and not really at the dry patches.
Yeah. This is my full-time job, and obviously money is cool, but,
I mean, it's alright.
Yeah.
It's fine.
But I'm in this because it's the only thing I can do at this point. I got a messed up body, I don't have a lot of other skills, I'm a criminal, ex-criminal, so I can't really do much else, so I'm just in this, but shit, what was I saying? What did you just ask? What did you just ask?
Is anything changing for the worse?
Yeah, Eric asked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot
Don't
what I
worry,
was
I
fucking
forgot
saying.
too.
Yeah.
You're alright, buddy.
Yeah, I can't really do much else, but I'm not in this for the money, it's how I make a living, but I would rather be broke and poor and struggling, doing cool tattoos and learning and growing, than just putting out half-ass work just to make a paycheck,
Is tattooing therapeutic for you?
Yeah, I mean it's a good escape for me for a little while. Every tattoo I focus on one line or one shade or one color, at a time, and that's just kind of that, yeah, I don't do it for the money, even though I do it for the money, if that makes sense.
No, totally makes
No.
sense. Again, do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, it is fuck work. Honestly, though, actually, really, when it comes down to it, doing tattoos is not really much work for me because it's just what I like to do.
Yeah, it's a passion for you more or
Yeah,
less.
but I'm also a piercer. That's work.
Is it?
Yeah, that's work.
Piercing a bitch?
It's mostly just like, so especially like the shop I'm at, we do deals all the time, like little sale weekends. And so there's days we have 100+ people coming in for these piercings, and I just have to fucking get them out, but I have to get them in, done, and out the door in still a quick, clean, efficient, professional manner, you know? And sometimes at the end of my 8-hour shift during those sales where I'm just fucking piercing all day, I don't get a break, I don't get lunch, I just want to tell people to fuck off, you know? But
That's all working.
No piercings today.
yeah, but you can't do that, and
Yeah.
I make good money that way, you know. So
Oh yeah. Was there any person or anything that really influenced you to be a tattoo artist? Like, even more so, like what really told you, okay, I can totally do this, or was it just like, I'm just gonna do this because as soon as I knew I could draw, this is something I want to do?
so I think for me, my influences came. I got like, I got one tattoo, and then it was really just everybody around me. Like, I went to the shop that I started at, and like didn't know that if I was going to end up making this my like lifetime thing or not. I didn't know if I was even gonna make it, you know. Like, I had also heard that my mentor had a pretty good or bad habit of telling apprentices that they're not gonna make it, you know. Like,
Oh, really?
yeah, firing apprentices before they graduate, to that sort of thing. I didn't know, but it was everybody around me in the shop that I was at, also on the come up, you know. Like, we're all on the come up, you know. Like, if you're not learning every day, you're not doing it right, you know.
I feel that.
But it's just everybody around me, seeing my friends, fellow tattooers, even rivals, for lack of a better word, you know, like other artists at other shops, you know, like
Minor
seeing
competition.
them grow, seeing the ones closer to me grow, and then even like sometimes you don't always get to see your progress, you know. You feel like you kind of aren't getting any better for a while, you know, but then you just do one fucking really cool tattoo, you know, and you're like, wow, dude, like, I am so much better than I was just not too long ago, you know. It's that motivates me, that like inspired me to keep it going.
Knowing you're just gonna get better and better
Yeah,
and better.
yeah. I do believe, you know, like everybody, you know, people learn at their own paces, you know. Like, I've been tattooing a long time, and there's, you know, like, I would like to think that I'm pretty okay, but there's people who've been tattooing only a few years that are out tattooing me by far, you know. Like, but as long as you're learning and growing every day, you're doing it right.
Good. I do like that. I do like to hear that too. Did you get any kind of pushback from family or anything like that when you told them you wanted to be a tattoo artist?
Oh yeah, I think so. Like, I don't think anyone ever, like, my granddad was like weird about it at first, but he's old school, you know.
Yeah, right.
He's old school.
You're tainting your skin.
Nobody really said anything to my face, but you know when you go to a family function and you just know there's doubt.
You just feel it.
Yeah. But honestly, it was the doubt from people that also kind of kept me going, you know. Like, people don't think that you can make a living doing something fucking cool,
Right.
you know, and I want to do that, you know.
I totally understand that. Every day I get a little bit better. Every week I come up with something else. Slowly but surely building my own little escape from the world. Because this is honestly all I've really wanted, is just to be able to hang out with my friends, make funny videos that I used to watch coming up that would make me laugh and get me through the week. Like, I didn't really care for... I watched cartoons, but not really. Like, as soon as I found out that there was social media, like an internet, like YouTube, where people were taking their own personal day or something they were doing and uploading it online, I was like, holy fuck, man, I gotta get down on that. And so I've always wanted to be like a YouTuber. I've always wanted to be I'm not sure, and I don't want to be a social influencer, like, quite frankly. I mean, more or less, I just want to be able to relate with people and show people they're not alone. Like, there's people like us out there in the world, so they know that they're not the only one feeling not just alone, but like horrible about themselves. Because I mean, I know for the longest time, listening to like your grandparents and your parents and other people around you tell you like what's good and what's bad and how you should feel about some things really does fuck with you, because you're still just trying to do what makes you the happiest. And sorry. And in the end, it's just it's just your life, and you're just trying to make your own path. Darian, what do you think Grandma and Grandpa would think about your job? Oh fuck, man. Yeah, that's Mom.
Hi, Mom.
So, my grandparents, like, they're so old-fashioned. When I told them that I was smoking, I got caught smoking weed at school because I forgot my backpack in class. I had left my backpack in class, and there was this little green container that I had weed in on the top of it. Oh. And I would just smoke every once in a while, but nobody would ever check my bag because, nobody fucking cared. Nobody knew. And it was in this nice sealed container, so I know nobody could smell anything. Well, I forget my backpack in the classroom one day because, I'd gotten high at lunch. And math class is right after that. And so I don't want to name him, but a very awesome math teacher found my backpack and took it to the office and was like, yeah, there's no name tag on it. We don't know whose backpack this is. So they, start opening up pockets to see who they can, a name or something. They open the top pocket first, and they pull out my fucking weed. And then they open the second pocket and see that my homework's in there. So they're like, oh, it's just Darian's backpack. Come to find out, they didn't tell me until, like, I got back from the weekend. And, oh, man. As soon as I got back, dude, I got greeted by deputy, our dare deputy.
Yeah.
And after that, just the longest talking to, the first time I ever had to go to court for marijuana and stuff like that. And then I had to tell Grandma and Grandpa. And so I told Grandma, like, I got caught smoking, like, weed. And she was like, what's weed? What the fuck? What the fuck? What does that say?
I don't know.
I'm wondering if it's blocking it because it's a naughty word.
I don't know what word would even look like that.
Looks like it could be like trucker or something.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, no. I get it now. Exactly.
Okay.
She put in in the most underground way. Yeah, she put in the most underground way my teacher's name. So I did that. Yeah, you did. So thank you. But yeah, so they got my fucking shit. I come back to school and they're like, come with us in the office. Fucking deputies right there. I go in and I knew it immediately. I'm like, if I'm like, went in that room, talked to them about weed, had to go to court about it, told Grandma, hey, I got caught smoking weed, and Grandma's like, what's weed? Well, it's marijuana. What's that? What? I'm like, pot. And then she was like, oh, Darian, and it was upset, and Grandpa found out, Grandpa gave me that whole fucking retired Air Forceman 1,000-yard stare.
I don't even know what he said. I know exactly how that sounded like, though.
I'm so glad I still have another couple friends that understand what he sounded like and how he was. Man, he had that southern ass accent and dude, he was just the most upstanding guy ever. Like, his life was not his life was perfect, but he was perfect.
Yeah.
He aced everything he ever did. He had a 4.0 grade point average, never failed a single class, all the way through all years, A's, and then graduated at 17, went immediately into the Air Force 1 week later, was top of his class in the Air Force, top of his class everywhere, became a fucking supervisor, which is where you basically supervise the people that inspect and fix the planes before they go out and shit like that, as well as all these other things we found out that I can't mention on here. But my grandpa was the most badass guy. He got out, he became a college teacher, and he was a trucker, and he went and got his fucking plumber's license and his electrician's license.
So he basically just
he
did
just
whatever.
went and did whatever he wanted because he knew he could do it, and it was nuts, man. And I'm just like, I already knew I got a B, and I'm like, I have now failed this, man. Like, as a kid, that's all I could think was, I want to be great like Grandpa. Got my first B, and I'm like, fuck! I've already ruined it. But, you know. And then he just kind of said, I'm just disappointed. And that's all, that's all I needed to hear. I was like, my whole fucking soul was just shattered and turned to dust, and I was like, oh my God. But Grandma and Grandpa would probably lose their fucking mind if they knew where I worked right now. I'd be like, well, I cut down 960 of these motherfuckers every Monday, Graham. And Grandpa's going to be like, especially if like we had to go over there, or I came out of work and I had to go see them and I didn't have time to change or take a shower. Oh my God, my grandma would be like, you smell like a skunk that shat in a skunk. What is wrong with you? And my grandpa would be like, woo, why it smells so weird in here. Just the weirdest things ever, and I know I'd never hear the end of it.
I'm
but
just nervous.
Once actually Grandma started to warm up to it right before she passed away, because she was starting to look into marijuana stuff, because I was really heavy into it. I had my medical marijuana's card at the time, and I was working at a dispensary as a head shop guy, like just explaining the pieces. Other than that, I was starting to learn a lot about the marijuana industry and how CBD and oils was. Yeah, actually I have, dude, I wish I had my wallet down here. I have like 6 of those motherfuckers, because I was also a caregiver. So it was just, I knew, it's the one field that I know a lot about. Yeah, I couldn't imagine what they'd think. It's the one field I know a lot about, and I would definitely have tried to like ease my grandparents into. My grandpa would have never stood for it. He'd have been like, anything that alters your mind is of the devil. And I mean, I understand. I mean, the only thing that man ever did was smoke cigarettes, and he smoked 2 packs of cigarettes every single day for over 40 years. Grandma had a heart attack. They said that could be from the cigarettes. He quit smoking that day. Yeah. Never touched another cigarette again. Yep, cold turkey immediately. And he would just read his book all the time, and he was like, see, it takes willpower. And I'm like, you're fucking right, and you're a god of it, because that's crazy, because everybody, my whole life growing up, my friends, you don't understand how hard it is to stop. No, bro, I need this. And I'm like, my grandpa smoked for 40 years, 2 packs a day, and in one day went, never again, and didn't. Grandma had to hide her smokings outside of the fucking buildings and shit. She'd go outside and fucking take Muffy outside or whatever, and she'd hit her Cheyennes because they were only $2, and she didn't want to see him, or want him to see her like spending money or whatever on cigarettes. So, but she never really quit smoking. She smoked all the way up, I think, till the end. It was just, to her, it was natural. It was something they did, but they were the most outstanding grandparents I could have asked for, and I was so lucky to be raised by them. But they would have never understood my job. I've been like, remember that stuff that was illegal, but not really back in your day, but back in your day.
Now it's
well,
not.
now it's not, and it's actually helping the world, as well as I'm in like the Walmart of it, and it's, dude, my job's incredible. Like, I absolutely love it. I've been there almost 5 years, and it is the best job I've ever had in my whole life. And before this one, I worked at a gas station for 2 years on 3rd shift, and that was absolute hell, I promise you. But
is that the one that I stopped in that one day?
Yeah, PBS. Yeah. It's right next to the strip club, PBS.
Yep. Well, okay, that's not why I stopped.
No, I understand. I'm just saying. I had to change in a lot of ones.
I had to see you.
I had to change in a lot of ones. All the time. But yeah, Mom says, "Oh my God, hiding around every corner, puffing away." Yep. Anytime she got a spare second, she'd go outside. This motherfucker, like, she was going through it, man. But toughest woman I ever met in my life. That woman wouldn't have backed down to Satan.
But grandparents are funny. Grandparents are funny. My granddad, he's a very old school guy. Men are meant to work.
Right.
You know, men are meant to work and provide and all this. So, like, but he's also very old school, like I said. Tattoos for my granddad are just not really a thing. You know, like, he'll never say anything to anybody's face, you know, but like he's not being like judgmental in like maybe like a mean way, but
it's just what he's used to.
Yeah. But so I try not to talk about my job in any other way other than my bills are paid. with my granddad. Like really, like my granddad also is he's one of them old school guys that like there's like there's like really only a couple of things that you can't talk to him about. Like he would view it as disrespectful to ask him about anything financial,
Right, financial.
and anything intimate.
Yeah, of
you
course. Those two doors were always shut.
Yeah, so I try not to speak. I try to only speak about my job from a financial standpoint without like talking about my financials, because my granddad just thinks that is just something you don't talk about as a man. Like you
Right.
talk about that with your wife or whatever. That's it.
Right.
So I just like, oh, I worked 60 hours this week, got my bills paid though. Like that sort of thing, and I just don't go into too much detail with my granddad.
Right. So I was tattooing this ass cheek the other day.
Yeah, I don't.
It's a good buddy of mine. You had him over here. You should remember
Yeah, or like if I told my granddad that I sit like on days that like I generally am fairly booked, but there's days where I go in and I don't do anything, and like so if I told my granddad that I just spent 10 hours today sitting at a shop just hanging out, he'd be like, well, that ain't working. Yeah,
that ain't working.
So you could have been doing something, making money, But
I was making money, Granddad. I was waiting for money to come in the door.
But, I mean, yeah, that's the thing though. Like, if I don't have anything booked, if I don't go to work, I can't make money. I have to go there if I want money. I have to either like put myself out on social media, like make a post, like, hey, I got this day open, or like talk to people, or just sit in the shop. Somebody might walk in,
door,
but
right?
if I'm not there when they do walk in, then I'm not making that money.
Right. So it's a give and take.
Yeah.
Is there anything you like didn't want to tattoo? Like, did somebody come in and be like, "Hey, I want this," and you're like, "I'm not doing that."
No. I basically I won't do like, so if you come in and you're just some young kid, like I say
being nice.
I say young, but like 18 to like 18 to like 25 or even more, like if you clearly don't know what you're doing with your life and you're trying to come in and ask me for a face tattoo, get out of here. Like
I respect that.
yeah, get out of here.
Get out of here. You don't want none of this.
Yeah. Or like if you got like 2 tattoos and you're like, I want my whole neck done or my forehead or whatever, why don't you
Fill out your arms first.
why don't you get some more, first? But other than that, really, I just don't do anything racist and I don't do anything gang related. That's it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Racial and gang related. I mean, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, right? Somebody's like, I want this giant swastika.
Yeah, you come in,
Negative.
I've had people leave pissed, like, come in and it's the, group of skinheads, and they want some swastikas or, like, or something, or.
Damn. You've had that walk into the shop?
I have, yeah, and I'll be like, no, like, I'm not doing that, dude. Like, I'm not doing that.
Gripping
And
the old under the table gun.
they'll be like, well, I'm paying you money, and I'm like, you ain't paying me nothing, get out of here, like, I'm just not doing that, like, and then, yeah, nothing gang related. So like, I work in a big city, like, there's shit out there. Gang activity is not like it used to be, it's obviously it's still out there. But,
oh yeah, but it's just, yeah, I understand.
Yeah, now it's really just violence, like it's just
it
violence.
really is just violence.
Yeah.
It's about getting it on tape too. Got to get Reggie outside with his phone up.
But yeah, like if some guys come in, 5-6 deep, and they're like, you got to tattoo this thing, on this guy, and I look and and I notice that all these other guys have the same tattoo, I know what that's about, I'm not doing that,
Right.
or you come in rocking a flag, you know, and you're like, I want the, you know, I want this star, or this thing, or this crown, or whatever it is, you know, like, I'm just not doing it. Like,
No, fair enough
Yeah,
though.
I'm just not doing it.
I'm just staying out of it.
Yeah.
You're like South Park. Well, I'm staying out of this one.
Yeah. Well, that and like, so like I have before, like, kind of ignorantly, like I didn't really know what I was doing, you know. So I did this tattoo on this member, you know, and I didn't realize that that's what I was doing. I probably should have, but then after that, like, that's just where they all wanted to come, was to me, you know, like, and I just don't want that
To be a part of your reputation.
I don't want that to be a part of my reputation. I don't want to be, you know, I don't want to make a specific shop known for like gang hangouts, you know, like,
Right.
you know, so
Not the spot.
yeah, so I did, I got open hand slapped in the lobby of the shop I was working at, because I did the one, and then I think I did one more, and then next thing I know, like, these guys are trying to come in the shop all the time, and then I put together what's going on. Like, I'm literally just like doing initiation tattoos, you know, and
Gotcha.
I was like, nope, I'm done. Like, I can't work with you guys anymore, you know, and he tried, like, one guy tried to press me about it, and I was like, no, you're doing this, you know, and I was like, no, the fuck, I'm not.
Negative,
no,
sir.
No, I'm not. And I got open hand slapped over the
Damn,
counter. Over
dude.
the counter, got open hand slapped.
Wow.
Yep.
And you jumped over the counter. And...
I tried to jump over the counter. It didn't work. So I got open hand slapped. I was kind of like, what the fuck just happened, you know? And
Right.
Did he
and
just
then
do that?
and then they kind of like were trying to like kind of press me more, and I grabbed the dude that slapped me, and I was like trying to do whatever damage I could do from over the counter, you know. And then a coworker of mine kind of came, and he was just a fucking badass, honestly. Like, dude was small, but he threw hands like nothing I'd ever seen before. But he just he grabbed a hold of two of them guys, pulled them out the doors, and
Fuck yeah.
there was a quarrel in the lobby of the shop that I was at, and yeah, well, those guys never came back after that, so.
Well, that's
I guess,
good.
Yeah.
Wow. There was a
Yeah.
quarrel.
Yeah, honestly, I'm surprised we didn't get like shot up or something, but
Jesus. The next couple days, just
Yeah.
staying away from the windows.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Let's leave the curtains down today.
Yeah, that's insane. I mean, what if we didn't open shop for like 3 days? Nah. What was the longest session you ever did?
Oh shoot. So I did this guy's. It was the back of his neck, his whole back,
Damn.
both butt cheeks, and then the
Jesus.
back of his thighs.
Holy
And we
hell.
started. So we started at like 10:30 a.m. and we took like a couple like half-hour breaks to like
Right.
eat and shit, get up, stretch around, you know. But aside from that, we tattooed from 10:30 a.m. to just about 4 a.m.
Damn.
the next day. Yeah, the next morning. Yeah. So however long that is.
About 16 hours.
Yeah, we did the whole thing.
Actually, no. 18 hours.
Yeah.
Fucking shit.
Yeah, and 10:30 a.m. to 4 a.m. the next morning. And that dude was the coolest guy. He sat so good. And I already charged him like a ridiculous amount of money because I was like, that's a lot all in one day. I was
Right,
like,
no
I was
shit.
like, I will charge you less to do it over the course of like,
Right.
you
but
know,
he was like, nah, today.
yeah. And he was like, no, we're gonna do this whole thing. And I was like, all right, well, if you want me to sit here until it's done, I want more. And he was like, you got it.
Damn.
Yeah. So I just kind of went for it.
Yeah, he's like, so I gotta sit my ass down.
Yeah. And I know we did it. We did the whole thing.
That's awesome.
I see that guy sometimes. I wish that we would have done that like maybe within the last 5 years, you know.
Yeah.
But I did that like maybe 7 years ago, you know, 7-8 years ago. So I was okay, but like I wasn't as good as I am, you know.
Right.
Yeah, like Yeah, like 18 hours, 12.
Yeah, that's fucking insane.
Yeah, I was
16,
expecting
18
more
hours, yeah, something like
4
that.
hours or
Yeah,
something like
no,
that.
no, I definitely knew it was gonna be over eight
Over
to
eight.
10 because I've seen he tattooed me for like 6-7 hours. This one, I think, right here, might have been. If not, it was like 4 to 5 hours. So I mean, that's like an average, especially if you're talking about something big. When he said, I thought he was gonna stop at the back. When he said ass cheeks and bottom of the thighs, dude, I knew that man was there for. I was like, this is gonna be like a 24 hour
We were
tattoo.
there
Like,
all day.
yeah.
Yeah, I ended up sleeping at the shop that night because I just didn't want to go home. And what's crazy is I lived like, so it was probably more. It was more than 7 years ago. Then it was probably 8 or 9 years ago. But I lived literally like 200 yards behind the shop that I worked at.
Damn.
And I was just so fucking tired by the time I was done tattooing that guy. I just kind of crashed behind the desk, behind the counter.
Nice.
Does your like eyes start to get like any type of messed up when you're like
Trying to trying to focus so much.
What I did was like for wow, you have commercials now?
Oh shit! Is a commercial playing right now? Because if so, we'll hold up for a minute. I didn't know if a commercial was playing. Shit.
wacky inflatable floating or 2-man.
What did it miss then? When did it start?
I'm not sure. Did the commercial end or is it still going? Shit. I see. That's the weird thing because if it's still going, then I'm not even. It was.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Shit. Well, the commercial doesn't pop up in the recording, so the
Gotcha.
recording will still have the full video.
Gotcha.
But damn, I forgot that. I thought I turned them off though because I was debating on it because I'm an affiliate now. I have commercials that'll pop up and they technically pay me, but I could have swore I turned them off for right now. At my shop, we don't usually schedule people for anything over 4 or 5 hours. Clients don't sit well after that, and it's hard for me to sit that long too.
Absolutely, yeah. I don't do that anymore now. I think I do a little more. I'll do like 6 or 7 hours. But that's the absolute most. I try not to go any more than 6. I like to have, so I mean, I'm at work for 8 hours, so I like to have an hour, like I schedule, if I'm doing an all day thing, I open at noon, I'll schedule it for 1, and I'd like to be done by 7 to close at 8. Yeah, no, this was years ago, and I, like, basically didn't turn anything down ever. And this dude said that he wanted his full back butt and back of his thighs in 1 day, so I just kind of went for it for like 16, 18 hours straight, and I mean, I was tired. Yeah. What did you ask me before the commercial thing?
Like when you're tattooing, does your eyes ever like? Do you ever need to like?
Oh yeah,
refocus.
So like what I did was like I would like when I'm all for good posture, but at the same time I'm all for getting the job done as well as you can.
Right.
So if that means tearing your back up, I don't give a fuck. A lot of tattooers will be like, no, sit up straight, If you gotta be in that shit, if you gotta be in there,
I'm bending you over this fucking wall, dog.
Do it. Like I'll crunch myself up. I don't care. Like if I think I'm gonna get if I'm pulling lines, like if I'm like doing just like some shading or color packing, yeah, I'll sit up, give my back and my eyes a little break, But if I'm like doing like super intricate stuff, I am in there,
Right.
I am this far from it, like watching my needle move, But no, sometimes I like after I try not to sit now for any more.
It's rare for people
Oh,
to
yeah.
be able to sit that long. My luck, I'd schedule them for that
And then they would
for that
sit
song, and
for
they
only 5
would
hours.
only sit for only 5 hours.
Yeah, that's pretty typical. That guy was just a a rare person.
Okay.
Like, yeah. But yeah, I try not to sit now for like 2 hours is my like limit. Like I will tattoo for 2 hours straight, and then I'm going to stop. I'm gonna give you a break. I'm gonna give myself a break. I'm gonna stand up, move around, look at other things further away. You
Yeah,
know?
not so you're not
Not
right
in
here
your
all day.
face.
And then then also like I find that I do better working in 2 hour increments. Because then like I'll get so focused on one little thing, or one little area, that I'm not thinking about what's left, So if I take a step back, go get some, chug a bottle of water, eat a friggin' snack, something,
Let
clean
your
up.
eyes focus on other things.
Yeah, clean up, go back to it, then look at it with a fresh pair of eyes. I do a lot better, But yeah, sometimes. Like if I like sit for too long, or if I like tell myself like, at around that 2 hour mark when I'm like I know I should stop, take a break, like I'm like no, like I don't have that much more. I could just keep going. Like sometimes I do find myself like I'll focus myself into a headache,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because you're straining your eyes so damn
yeah,
hard.
or like or I'll find that like once I am done, I can't look around me, because like it just
Everything's fuzzy.
Almost like a flashbang.
yeah, it kind of messes with me. But it didn't used to be as bad, but now I'm getting older and my my body is just failing. But yeah, sometimes for sure.
I also wanted to ask you, because I know you're definitely got to be still doing it. How is the music career going?
So it's going. I have kind of put like a pause on things because I just had a kid,
Yep.
But I got my band, Glass Portrait. I have my solo project too, where I play all the instruments, do all the vocals, all that myself too. But I haven't done as much. I haven't really done anything with that in quite a while. But my band, where I'm just doing vocals. Luckily, the guys that I'm like working with are like understanding, like I just had a baby, like
Right, so you can't be there all the time.
yeah. But we're working on it right now. I got I got another song. We got another song that should be ready to start tracking vocals like tomorrow.
What's that song? Shout it out.
I don't have a name for it.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're still waiting to put it out.
Yeah. I don't even. I have a bunch of lyrics that I have written. I just haven't decided like which lyrics I'm gonna use, or if I want to like combine the two. So the song that we're working on right now, it's just deathcore, So, but this one, trying to make this one into a real ass beater, like
Yeah.
something that just makes you wanna get violent, but in a fun way, And
Hey, I'm all about mosh pits now.
yeah, and so I'm just trying to figure out what I'm gonna do for lyrics on that, and then start tracking it. Yeah, my weekend is tomorrow, Monday, so Sunday, Monday. So hopefully get at least some of it done tomorrow or Monday. But yeah, it's we only have one song out right now. It's called "This Is the End." We're called Glass Portrait. It's heavy, if you like heavy stuff, check it out. If not, don't. It's not.
Awesome. It's on YouTube, right?
Yeah, it's on all the
Streaming platforms.
all the streaming platforms.
Good.
Yeah.
Then I will try to find it, and I'll attach the link to my video on YouTube. So anybody that comes to the YouTube video to rewatch the video or anything like that, I will definitely put that link in the description so you can find it there too.
Oh yeah, appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. No, I'm all about big promoting.
Yeah. I didn't do a lot of promoting for This Is the End. Just I pushed for it to be released at just kind of a funky time in my life, and then like what I kind of wanted to do for it was to release the song just so it was already out, and then kind of like promote, like make little make content, like make little reels or TikToks or whatever, to kind of promote the song to get people to it, rather than promote the shit out of it before and then maybe have people listen to it, when it comes out, But then we found out we were having a baby, so I kind of didn't do all that. But no, now that I am in a good spot in my life, hopefully be working on music a lot more.
That'd be awesome, because I'm going to grab some recording stuff and probably, like, what you see here, I'm going to do the entire wall, other than this stuff. Maybe me and Chelsea are still deciding, but I want to get this whole area like that. That way, if I wanted to, I could just set up a spot in the fucking corner. But I do want to start making music again. I've been putting, like, I literally can't go a day or a shower without listening to my songs, and I have an entire, like, freestyle playlist, and I just play music and I put together my own
What do you
stuff.
make?
I rap.
Rap?
I love rapping. Yeah, but see, like, I love rap, but my rap has always been, like, I don't even know how to put it, like, of a softer kind. Like, dude, I'm still rapping about real shit. It's just that all my beats, hardly, like, out of 10, 8 of them are more of a slow type of a beat, something to just chill to.
Yeah.
The other 2 are, like, fucking bangers. But yeah, I like making songs that make me happy and make me feel like I would love to. It's almost like therapeutic. Like, I'm rapping about something that I'm feeling right now, which makes me feel like maybe somebody else will hear this and understand. Like, I come across artists all the time, and the artists that I come across, like Ninetales or Garden, they make a lot of sad boy stuff. But even though I'm not sad, like, it's not, when people hear that, they're like, cheer up. I'm like, I'm really not sad. Like, it's just
just something I made.
It's just listen to this. Like, this what he's talking about and what he's explaining is something I felt before, and I didn't think anybody else understood what the fuck I was talking about or how I felt. Like, I thought I was just, a weird, like, taking it. I was a weirdo, or I took it way too hard, or I was just way too into it, and I shouldn't have been, and I should have let it go. And it's like, this is crazy that I have other people that are able to, like, express their feelings on a beat that makes me not only jam the shit 1,000 times a day, but also be able to relate to it on an emotional level. So I love making music, but
I thought I had yours to song.
Oh, don't you fucking dare! Look, I'll put it up. I have it. Chelsea's got it. Chelsea plays it. She's got it saved on her play. She's played it in the room at work, and I'm like, oh my god. So no, but see, like,
it's on my computer. I thought I had it in my, like, Google Drive or my Dropbox or something.
Yeah, man. And see, even from that, like, I took that and I started, like, listening to it, and I'm like, okay, I'm such a perfectionist, but I kind of finally found, like, a flow that I can go off of that makes me feel good, that I feel like doesn't sound stuttery or doesn't sound choppy. And so I'm not good at freestyling at all. You give me 5 minutes to write something down, it'll sound great, I'm sure. I mean, it sounds great to me, but freestyling is something hard. For some reason, my brain doesn't want to do it because I use way too big of words most of the time. But
I feel like when I tried to, I feel like my words were trying to go faster than my brain. So, like, I just...
Yeah, and so you start tripping over yourself, and that's why you gotta. It's like you gotta slow it down in your head, but also keep the pace.
Yeah.
That's why I guess where a flow comes from is because some people can do it really fast, and those people are gods, and other people, like, for instance, Biggie. Like, Biggie would rap really slow, and that's why he would freestyle too. And there's a couple things you can find out there, but he rapped. His style was really, really slow, and it still sounded awesome. Like, boss of shit. Tupac's was also kind of slow. Like Dear Mama, that song by Tupac is like a perfect beat and a perfect. I don't even know how to put it. Like, it wasn't too fast. Like, I hear a lot of fast rap nowadays, and rap just seems to be wanting to get faster. And it's like, I'm all about the fast rapping, but I want to hear something, like, even if you slow it down, I want to just hear what you're talking about. Tell me a story. Let me feel what the fuck you're going through. But you ever tried making music, Eric?
I've wanted to dabble in a couple different, like, genres. Like, there was a time I wanted to make, like, dubstep when that was a thing.
Oh, I'd still love to do that.
Yeah. well, yeah,
Just
same.
because I love like rapping to that's fun.
Yeah, no, I tried doing that as well. I tried like not necessarily starting to, but I was writing down like anything that I could even like remotely think of that would be like something that I would like. But no, I've never actually like I've tried to learn guitar. I've learned a couple songs, but I can't like make anything myself.
Fucking, I still show people your video all the time, Prom Queen, just because it's like one of my favorites. Because yeah, you took a really shit song and made it sound good, and just being able to see, yeah, I'm like, you want to see talent? I'm like, look at this motherfucker. And I'm like, just playing every spot. Sings,
Robert B
bass,
showed
guitar,
me one of
drums.
your songs, and I think you ended up showing us your. I can't remember where it was. Might have been at Eddie's, I want to say, where we went down in the basement, and there was like this drum set that you immediately just started going to town on, and yeah, no, Robert showed me something that you made, and all I can remember is just being like,
Oh, dude. So you said that, and it reminded me of a party day where I went over to Yancey's house, and he was staying with a couple of people in this one house. But all I remember, to kind of give you the idea of the house I'm talking about, you kickflipped in heels, you fell down the steps, and you drank moldy beer.
Oh my god. Oh, man.
Do you remember that?
I kind of, but I do, but I don't.
Right? No, I don't blame you. Kind of hard for you to fucking remember. No, man. I remember that night because, for one, like, skateboarding was something that I used to love doing, but I never had a great area to practice it at. So I could only do like a few things, like kickflip, or sometimes like heel flip I almost busted my ass because that's different. But I mean, like, I can only do a few things, but being able to actually ride around, never had time, never was in town enough to do it. But when I remember everybody in the living room during this little party, everybody's trying to do a kickflip in the living room.
yeah.
And Yancey is 3 sheets to the fucking gourd, dude, just drunk as hell, comes falling down the steps, sees what people are doing, and goes, "What are you guys trying to do?" And we're like, "They're trying to do a kickflip." And he goes, "Oh my god." And he literally like pushes people aside, dude. He's stumbling, can't really keep a fucking stable line, touches the board, and it was like, and I was like, what the? Does a kickflip perfectly immediately right then and there. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Nice.
Steps off the board, falls. I was like, this is insane. Like, fuck that. What the fuck?
Shit is this?
He knew what he was doing as soon as he touched the board. As soon as he got off, though. Bullshit.
Is Yancey okay? Yeah, get him on a board.
Yeah, put him on a board, he's fine.
I rode a skateboard pretty hard one day last summer, and that's like the only time I've ridden like in years. You know, I'm fat.
I know, we got our dad bods.
I'm fat. You know, we're not in our 20s anymore.
Fuck no, we're not.
Like I
trip and something cracks.
Yeah, but I rode a skateboard one day last summer, and I was like, dude, I can probably still do this, you know, like, it's like, right, you don't forget, you know, and dude, I was still able to like do a lot of these things that I could do back like in the day, you know, but holy fucking cow, dude, it was like 25-30 minutes of just skating hard, you know, like I used to be able to do this trick, let's see if I can still do it, yep, you know, or let's see if I can do this one, no, can't really do that one, you know, but I could do most of the shit I used to be able to do, but I used to be able to do that all day, every day, of no problem.
Right.
25 to 30 minutes, I was literally down for the rest of the day, and then the next day, my legs, my back, everything hurt so bad, I don't think I got off the couch.
That's what Mom was just saying, but you feel
Yeah,
the next
I
day.
did.
Yep.
I
I
did.
don't think I got off the couch. So I don't know if Ace is still in here, but Ace and I were working out a lot this year. We all stopped because we fucking shitheads, but we're gonna get back into it. So he decided to ride his bike, and he rode his bike from Big Rapids all the way into, it was like the next town over. like it was like 12 miles, some shit like that. I don't know, 7 or 8 miles. And then he fucking sent us Snapchat, you know, just rode the bike this long, like this many miles into town and all that. I'm like, damn, bro, like you don't really run or do anything. I'm like, you don't feel that? And he goes, no, man, I feel great. Rode home, got there, all great. The next day at work, he was like, I'm in so much pain. He's like, my legs and my ass are so bad. He hasn't touched his bike since, dude.
Shitty freaking seats too.
Yeah, like that's my grandpa got. That's how I knew I could do it. Like I used to sneak out of my house and ride my bike into Cadillac. Cadillac here, from my grandparents' house is 12 miles. So my grandpa got me this like 12-speed bike, but he bought these really cool seats that were like, dude, it covered your whole ass. You could just sit on this pillow, dude. Yeah. And I was like, oh, you fucked up. Like, so as soon as I knew that I could sit that long, I immediately was like, you know, I've rode fast on my bike before, and I've timed how long it takes me and Mom to get to the store from here, and in a car that's like, you know, 20 minutes, not even like 12 minutes. So on a bike, I'm thinking maybe an hour.
Right.
And it usually took me about, I think like 45 minutes to an hour really to get there. It didn't take me long at all. To ride my bike just 12 miles, I would just book it all the way down around that corner to the left, straight into town.
Yeah.
But I used to be able to do that all the time and ride my bike into town and back, and then I'd wake up and go to school sometimes, or I'd wake up on the weekends. And my grandpa hated that I slept all day, so if I slept past 8 in the morning, dude, wasting my day. I'm wasting my life away in my bed. And I would sleep till like 3, 4 in the afternoon. And he's just like, what in the fuck is this boy doing? Like, why is he so tired? Why is he sleeping all day? And I'm like, because I'm up all night playing video games, Grandpa. And he goes, them damn video games. And yeah, but it's the only time I got to do me. In the morning, I'd be chopping wood or helping you build a fucking garage or helping you build a roof or helping you till the garden. And the man kept me at work, taught me a lot of stuff, like how to change a tire, how to pull out a root, all kinds of stuff. I learned all my dad's stuff from my grandpa. However, man, it was like, that's all you're supposed to do. You're supposed to work till the sun goes down, and once the sun goes down, you should even try to find projects. If you ain't got projects, read a book. And I'm like, your book is my video game. Like, you're escaping into your own world. This is my own world. It's just that mine's more fun.
It's just that mine's more fun.
Like, damn.
Talking about riding bikes from town. Sorry, Mom. Remember when
oh shit. Yeah.
We snuck out of the house at Grandma and Grandpa's house late at night after everyone went to sleep, and then we rode our bikes to like Boone.
Yeah, it was Boone.
To go to a girl's house.
Yeah, I do remember that.
And then had to ride all the way back, and we made it before anybody woke up.
We did. We made it. The sun was coming up though.
Yeah, it was
like
up.
so that was what was scary, is that I'd never on my way home had I ever seen the sun. Can't see to can't see. So, yeah, I'd never seen the sun before because I was like, as long as I'm up in the room before the sun is, I'm good. But Grandpa gets up at 6 or 7 a.m. on the dot, and he's in his living room, in his chair, doing whatever. Thankfully, we came from the left side, so we didn't really go by his window. Yeah. So we just rode down the fucking hill, which is right next to my grandparents' house, which is right by my window. Walked the fucking bikes to the shed real quick, ran back, got in the window, and we didn't get caught. We were good, but dude, so close. Like, the sun was up, and we weren't in the house.
It was.
We even made little people. In our beds.
It was typical teenager stuff, you know. Like we we had our beds made, you know, and then we stuffed things in there. We even stuffed socks to look like feet.
And here's
so they would hang out of the blankets.
My
like,
grandma,
there's a foot, there's a head.
My grandma had a box of wigs, and one of them was a black curly haired wig, and I was like.
Perfect.
Woo! I was like, that's perfect. So I put that on like the top of the head where you could just see some hair. Bro, it looked like 2 people sleeping there. It was great. But then we got out the window and take off.
Yeah. Out the window, ride our bikes to a whole another town, to a girl's house, just to ride back before anybody wakes up.
I also remember when we snuck out at your grandparents' house.
Oh, man. Remember when my grandma come in talking about boners? She was talking about us. She was talking about us having
y'all were
sex,
trying to get y'all were trying to get a piece of ass. And I'm like,
she was like, I thought you guys were somewhere getting boners, you know, like I was like, Grandma, that's not quite how you say that, but yeah, that's kind of what we were doing.
Yeah, it's like, no, you hit the nail on the head, but we're not gonna admit that.
Yeah.
We went for a walk. Where? Like 2 miles down the road. It takes 15 minutes to walk a mile. Don't lie to me. I'm like, no, it does not. I'm like, I didn't even do my mile in like less than 30, but I was running around to being a dumbass. So I had no idea, but I was like, nah. We only went down the road a little bit. We walked all the way into, man. Also jumped. We would like, whenever we would walk down the road, we'd see a car coming. We would just jump into the ditch line.
Yeah.
Well, we misjudged one of these fucking ditch lines.
Oh my
And
God.
it was deep as shit. We're talking like a 6 to 7 foot drop. And we just fucking, because, you know, we're just like, and I
Well,
landed.
we were coming up into, this was Minton, right?
Yeah.
And we were
Yeah.
we were coming up into town, and there's a curfew for minors. We were underage, you know,
Yep,
so
of
like
course.
we were just trying not to get caught out. So yeah, like jump into the bushes, you know, and yeah, well, there was definitely a drop here into some bushes, but it was like we just thought they were little bushes
Because you
know?
had tall grass right next to the road, so you couldn't see, and it's dark. So you're just like the other 13 jumps, we thought it was going to be right there, and we just lay down.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
No, it was down
Well,
there.
you were laying down.
Dude, I just remember like, hide, car go by. Hide, car go by. Like just landed on my chest because it was not. Every other jump took 1 second to land. This took like 3, and I was
It
like,
was- yeah. It was
So you
down
were
there.
scorpions.
I ran into a
yeah.
So
I ran into you know, the power line, the cables that hold the power lines.
Yeah.
I ran into one of them, running around the corner. I ran into one of them that night. Fucked my leg all up.
Yeah. That sucked, and all just to find out they were leaving like 5 minutes later.
Yeah,
Like we
Come
literally
on.
got there, and they had to take off to like Cadillac or something 5 minutes later. And
I thought I was doing that thing that teenage boys love doing, and I get there and they're like, "Yeah, we gotta go."
Yeah, really sank in. But what about scorpions?
Oh, so my when I used to live in Brethren, which is like 45 minutes from here. So my buddy Dane and I, we decided we're gonna just ride around the town. It's like a town where you blink and miss it. So there's
Like
not
Arietta.
anything to do. So we're like, yeah, screw it. We're gonna sneak out, ride our bikes around town, and ding dong ditch a couple houses and whatnot. We had this great idea to go opposite directions in the dark around the post office. We collided with each other
No
head on.
fucking way.
So we knocked each other out by accident, and we woke up like 20 minutes later. Yeah, it was funny as fuck because we're both not knowing what the hell happened. I guess he ended up hitting the tree with his head, and I hit those like those metal meter looking things on the side of buildings. Yeah, I hit my head on that.
Oh my fucking god, dude.
So we definitely scorpioned each other.
Jesus, dude. Over by Tippy Dam, Mom says?
Yeah, Tippy Dam, yeah.
Yeah, I figured. So we were walking, remember Billy?
Yeah, of
Okay,
course.
cool, I figured. So we were walking, and it was like, like 7 or 8 of us just walking. We were walking, I think, to Perfect. But we were walking down the street, and as we're walking, there's those generators, those big green generators that are just
Yeah.
sitting there. Well, Josh and Billy are arguing over what car just drove by because, that's life. He was like, it was a Ford Explorer. And he's like, no, or Billy's like, it was an Explorer. And Josh is like, no, it was a
Like an
Expedition. Yeah. So he was like, it was an Expedition. And Billy's like, it was an Explorer. And he turns around, and I see it coming, but I'm like, there's no way. He's going to miss it. So I'm walking right next to him, but I see the generator, and he's turned around to Josh. And he was about to turn around before Josh said, whatever, it was an Expedition. And he, right before his eyes could see it, he goes, it was an Explorer. And turns and smash, walks right, full fast walk pace into this fucking generator. And, oh my God, I never laughed so hard in my life. That was great. Man, I love accidents.
I've always wanted to witness somebody like running into like a freaking stop sign or something. But like accidentally, like you
Accidentally.
said, like
Yeah,
walk,
accidentally.
like turning around, walking.
I don't know, if I could have been a guy outside of a bar or something and watched 2 guys run around a building and smash their faces together, I would have been rolling on the
No,
ground.
it was nuts. all I remember is like flying through there, like fuck, why?
Why?
There's the shop that I was at before the one that I'm at. My booth was set up like, you know, it's just a big open room, you know, but I had like my chair and stuff, and then my door. But right by my door, I had these shelves on the wall, you know, and they stuck out like this far, and I had a speaker like on the floor over here, and it was like time to close the shop, you know, so I'm like shutting my speaker off, you know, and my coworker like was like, hey, like I need this, whatever, you know. I handled like I was like the key holder, you know, like
Right.
so like I had to open up the supply closet for somebody or something like that, you know, and I shut my speaker off and I turn around to walk out, and where I thought my door was here, it was actually over here, and I turn around and smoked my shelf right in the face,
Damn.
and fucking about knocked. So I was seeing stars for sure.
Jesus.
Speaking about seeing stars, totally off topic. Just remind me, because I thought about doing it again. Because I got this busted tooth. I was at home, just with my lady, and I was like, man, this tooth is bothering me, man. Like, it's like fairly loose. Like it's all busted up. You know, it was all busted up, and part of it was like loose. I was like, I bet I can get this thing out, and I'm a piercer. You know, so I have like piercing tools and stuff, and like so I grabbed a pair of hemostats, and I grabbed a hold of the little bit of tooth and just yanked that thing out. I mean, I say a little bit, but it was a good chunk of my tooth. I yanked that thing out, dude. I felt an instant sense of relief, and then next thing I know, I'm on the floor with my lady standing above me, like, what are you doing? You know, like there's blood coming out of my mouth, and I was just seeing. I couldn't see straight. Like then we went to the hospital because I'm like, man, this is just bleeding, and I don't feel good now. Like I'm in a lot of pain. I just pulled out my own tooth, and we get to the hospital, and they were like, you seriously pulled out your own tooth? Yeah. I was like, yep. And they were like, that's something, you know.
That's something. Well, this is one of those situations where this isn't a good thing.
Yeah.
Damn,
Did you
dude.
get the whole thing like that was like up in.
So it was on my like bottom jaw, you know, and I kind of pulled it out this way, and like there's still a little part of it left in my mouth, you know, but I got the painful part out, you know.
Yeah. The part that was bothering me.
Yeah. But now one of the other parts of it that got left in there is like been fucking with me a little bit, so I thought about yanking that shit out, but I just remember passing out.
He's like, I wanted to go back to my old traits, but then I remembered, oh wait.
Yeah, last time I did
that,
I passed out. Yeah.
I could just see Yancey being like, yeah.
Yeah, it was. I was in my bathroom. My bathroom is tiny. Like, I think my bathroom like isn't even like as wide as this table, you know, like it's a little longer, you know, but
feel you.
You know, like there's just enough room for a toilet, a little sink, and a stand-up shower that isn't very accommodating for a fat guy, you know. And I passed out in my bathroom, hit whatever on the way down, you know, made a bunch of noise. Emily's standing over me like, what did you do? You know, there's blood coming out of my mouth and shit.
You're not awake. You're not conscious. This is bad things. You just hold up a tooth.
No, I did. I was like, man, I got that thing though, you know.
Yeah, but I got it.
Yeah,
but I got it.
I was in a lot of pain after that, but I did feel an instant sense of relief.
Yeah, good. I'm glad. But damn, dude.
Yeah.
This thing's bugging me. Shit, bro.
Well, it was all busted, you know, so it was like part of it was sharp, and it was like fucking jabbing into my mouth, so I just pulled that thing out.
Dear God. All right, well, I already kind of have your answer because tattooing seems to be the one thing. Like, I'm still going to ask you, but I'm going to ask Eric first. So, if you could do anything every day, like you could wake up every day and do it because it wouldn't be like work, and let's say I don't care what it is, but you get paid for it, so you can just wake up every day and do this, what would you do?
I said this a couple days ago when we talked about like what I thought a good career was.
Right.
But I think passionately, like anything woodworking, like
That's right.
yeah, anything to do with like woodworking, or I mean, maybe I would, after I get comfortable with what I'm doing with that, go into metalworking or blacksmithing, even anything
Right.
like kind of not necessarily like trade related, but like
Just creating stuff.
yeah, like
Molding, sculpting.
yeah, kind of like what Adam Savage from Mythbusters does.
Yeah. Yep.
He like builds models and costumes, and he even like fixes like apparel or like bags. He makes his own bags even, or like anything like that. Like I wouldn't even I would delve into like sewing and stuff even, because like
Right. You're still
maybe
creating.
I want to make like a costume for myself,
Right.
or like for
And
my
you're still
nephew or
creating
something.
stuff.
Yeah.
That's awesome though. So you like to create things.
Yeah.
And Yancey, yours would be tattooing?
So,
Or if you could pick anything, what would it be?
and I, life is life, but
Of
tattooing, yeah, it's the only thing that I really want to do. Like, it's the only thing that I would do. If I can't tattoo, I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I would definitely set that aside and make tattooing just like
A hobby.
a hobby. If I could, if my music career got to a point where that would provide for me,
Right.
then I would do that. I'd do that, and then I would just make tattooing my hobby.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I would love to be a full-time musician, part-time tattooer. But
Right.
really, like, I am totally happy with and would love nothing more for the rest of my life until I can't do it. At which point I have a retirement plan for that, which I'll get to. But I am totally content with tattooing and just doing music on the side. When there comes a day where I can't really do tattoos or do tattoos well anymore, which the day will come. Our bodies break down, our eyes go, our hands go, our backs go. I would just like to just open a shop and make a good, friendly, safe place for tattooers to do their thing, without I don't need to make a bunch of money off people, I would, if I did the percentage route, I would give my artists a reasonable percentage, or if we did a booth rent type thing, I would just basically, all you got to do is pay the shop's bills between however many artists are there. Their rent just has to equal out the bills plus a little bit to fall on, and then any money I need on after that is on me. But yeah.
Chelsea gave 100 bits. You little punk ass. I love her so much. She's the first one to give me bits. That's poetic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got my shit set up to where I can actually get bits, which is still money,
Yeah.
but it's,
Isn't that money laundering?
Yeah, no, not at all. Be great though. God, El Chapo had a Twitch and be like, fuck, I could just run my money through that shit. Damn it. Why wasn't I just streaming this shit?
100 more.
Oh, goodness. Chels. She's going to be my top number one. Always is. Love you,
I
baby.
get one of those little virtual cups that you can drop the bits into.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Actually, my buddy Joe's going to help me set all that up. I'm doing YouTube videos. I'm looking at YouTube videos on how to set it up, but I need to find a little more time to really, I guess, watch a video on the video to understand this stuff, because that's kind of where I've gotten. I have a whole bunch of fucking information written into one of my journals too. I just can't find. I got to start unpacking some stuff, but excuse me. I've been looking at I have journals that actually explain to me how to make all this stuff and how to get it all set up the way I want, because then it's just designing my channel the way I want to and making it fun. Actually, I'm getting ready to go to Fiverr, and I'm gonna have somebody basically make a personalized design for my Twitch channel, so that when you come to it, it'll actually have a much brighter aspect to it. And yeah, now I have a spot to where people can actually subscribe to me, and I'm not sure how much it is because it didn't really give me an option on how much to make it, but I think it's like $6.99, something like I get $5, they get $1, some shit like that. I don't know, but I'm gonna add a lot more stuff into this too, so that like the subscribers have other emotes and other stuff that they can access, as well as there's this really cool feature Joe had on his old streams where if you type something in and you had to use bits, but once you type something in, it would read it in one of those
that
computer
little, like, AI
voices.
voice, yeah.
That shit's hilarious. Like,
Yeah.
and I would love to have that a part of this, because then people could type their question and we'd be able to hear it. And so that's one thing I'm going for. And in the future, I'd actually love to get together and set up the sound thing, because then if we can get it to where everybody has their own mic and everybody has better headphones on, then we can also hear the videos as well as record and not need to worry about anything, and we can all keep up with everything. So slowly but surely building everything. My apparel site I'm actually going to work on a little bit more tonight and tomorrow, because I have some stuff I want to show you that I made with AI, but it's just to get a grasp of it. And
there's
I know
nothing wrong with using AI.
I know. I just
to a
mean
point.
like to a point. I to get a grasp on it. When it comes to the tattoos, I more or less use them as a reference. Like that's my number one. That's
totally
my big
acceptable.
thing.
Yeah.
But these are gonna go on my T-shirts and stuff like that, my apparel line, because they mean a lot to me. Like my apparel site, I'm gonna try. I think I got it set up to where it's called Blazing Bonsai, and God, I really wish I had my stuff on there, but I can pull it up and show you guys. But my Blazing Bonsai logo and my Hotbox Topics logo were both AI generated, because I needed to see what I wanted to see. Like Chelsea can draw, so she drew up my first logo, which is actually right up there. That's my like icon right there. And that got wood burned into
Send you another.
Thank you, love. Goodness, just spoiling me. So
Keep going.
So that's the original logo though, and Chelsea drew that. That's her her drawing.
Yeah.
So is that. My Batman. She did that when she was like, I think 16, 15, something like that. But she's the artist of this, and she can actually make some stuff come to life. Like her Transformers drawing is insane. But I want to get my apparel site out there, because I'd like to start wearing my shirts and my clothes, not just
Your
on
brand.
this, my brand,
Yeah.
but not just here, but out in the world too.
Yeah.
And kind of like Rooster Teeth, dude, my whole point of making an apparel site is, of course, because that's kind of where my money's going to come from, but because I'm trying to push out the people who watch us, the people who are really like into our show and into listening to it. They're going to hear all the inside jokes, and those are my T-shirts. Like I love to make.
People love grapes.
Yeah.
Everybody loves
Yes.
grapes, yeah.
Or her dog hates grapes.
Yeah,
My favorite one, Salad Chalice.
Salad. I see. I can't remember all of them.
Dude, I know. See, but Salad Chalice was a weird fucking one. They literally came up. They were just talking one day, and they were like two words that really don't fucking go together. And somebody said Salad Chalice, and so they made a Salad Chalice shirt, where it's just a fucking golden chalice with salad.
With salad.
Hey, can you shut that baby up?
So yeah. Just shirts like that, like inside jokes and stuff that makes me laugh. She's just raining down on me, sugar mama. But so that's stuff I wanted. That's my apparel and that's my accessory shit. It's just gonna be a lot of inside jokes and shit that you'll like. If you watch the show, you'll fully understand what that means. And but other than that, man, it's just great being able to build a platform and being able to like do what I've wanted to do all these years. And as for your music career, man, I really hope you have got an immaculate amount of musical talent, and you not only can play several instruments beautifully, but you also have the mindset that actually lets you write songs and not overthink them. Like that's one thing I hate that I do, is perfect my fucking songs
I
till they're
overthink them
broke up.
sometimes. No, I do find that if I just do it, it turns out, it usually turns out pretty okay. It's when I do start to overthink it though that they kind of. So I, for my solo project, I released an EP called "Help Me" that I worked on those 3 songs. It was only 3 songs, but I worked on those 3 songs for well over a year. And honestly, the one that I put the most work in, I think sounded best like 3 versions previous to the one I actually released. But at that point, I had already gotten so far with it and done so much to it that going back just felt wrong. So but I should have stopped so like I probably made 6 or 7 versions of the same song. And I think version like 4 or 5 was like the best one. And then I just started overthinking. So I did a couple more, and then I got to a point where that 4th or 5th version was just no longer a thing, like I just didn't have it. And it was like not something that I could redo, because like by the time I was like, man, I liked that one better, I had already like forgotten what I did, like forgot how to play a couple of the parts, like that sort of thing. And so I just kind of went for it. But some of my I say most successful, but I'm not really that successful with music, with my music. Like I've got a good amount of like monthly streamers and stuff, but I'd say my most successful one is a song that I didn't even write, so it's a Lil Wayne cover,
Yeah, but it's because you're giving people what they want.
Yeah.
You gave them an aspect of this song that they wanted to hear in this version. Like, you took it away from the rap style of it, which, again, I didn't like that song.
Yeah.
And then when I listened to it in your style, it's like, that's beautiful. I can fucking jam that all day.
But yeah, but aside from that, my most successful, like, original, is just one that I did in, like, just literally like a couple of days, like maybe a few hours worth of time altogether, like I spent probably more time doing the mix, like mix and master, than I did even recording it,
How do you go about like figuring out like the type of like do you write the music first or the lyrics first?
It depends. There's some songs that some of my songs I've written lyrics first and then wrote instrumental to that vibe, but then there's some that I've just done the instrumental and then come up with words according to whatever vibe I'm feeling from that. I have a song for my solo project YC that I wrote the lyrics like coming out of the hospital after a suicide attempt, actually, and I was just kind of writing down my thoughts, and how I was feeling at the time, and then the first version of it actually was a rap song, and then I got together with a couple of friends who also do music and stuff, and we'll put together an instrumental, like a heavy instrumental, and then it I don't remember what I called it at first, but it turned into a little demo that we never did anything with. We called it Shit Life, and then eventually I used those lyrics again for my own release, because we never did anything with that anyway, so
yeah,
I just recycled the lyrics, and the song meant a lot to me, so I wanted to put it out there anyway.
Right.
And then I ended up calling it The Voices, and now it's available everywhere. But the lyrics came first. Then I think I have a song called Circles. The lyrics came first. And then
insane to me, because I can't write music until I hear the song, like the instrumental first.
Yeah.
I feel like it just comes from that.
But I think all of the other ones I've either written while recording the instrumental, like I'll write like this section, like I'll write an intro, like, and then I'm like, okay, what would go hard with this intro, and then I'll put that on there, and then I'll write the next section. write some words, put that on there, you know. Or sometimes I like freestyle it, you know, like
Yeah.
you know, like where like freestyling for me in like metal anyway, you know, like is more just like what I'll do is I'll like take a couple notes and I'll write down like some like some sort of like vibe, you know, like uh I have a song that I haven't released anywhere, but it's called Choke. And what I did for that is like each section I would write down like this part I want it to kind of have a vibe of like choking someone out, or like you know, that person choking on their own teeth, you know.
Fair enough.
And so then I would kind of just go in and just kind of say what comes to mind, or scream what comes to mind according to that, you know, until I come up with something cool. And then if it sounds cool but could be tweaked, you know, then I'll sit down with a pencil and paper or my phone, you know, and rewrite it out until I get something that sounds the best. But for the most part, yeah, the instrumental comes first. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll get an overall vibe. Like if I know that I want to write a song, I have a song called The Old Me. I knew right away that I wanted to do a song about like getting away from myself from the past, like getting away from my past self, you know, the old me.
Yeah.
So then, you know, we just kind of did an instrumental that kind of fit that sort of vibe, you know, like, and then I wrote the actual words after the instrumental was done. So like it's a combination of the two.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I've always needed to hear the instrumental first,
Yeah.
and then I almost feel like the song comes to me, which is why I feel like I have to listen to, if I want to write something to somebody's, like if I hear a song and I like the beat to the song, I almost immediately feel like I cannot rap to it now, because I feel like I almost instinctively go back to the same flow that person's using into it. So if I can just hear an instrumental before I hear any words to it, I feel like my body gives me the way the song is supposed to sound to this song, if that makes any sense. Like it's weird. Like I can just kind of hear how it's supposed to be according to how the song sounds.
Yeah.
But
There's this Evil Morty
ooh, yeah.
instrumental that I keep coming to. I keep
love
wanting
that.
to like do stuff with it, but I keep like, nah, that's not me.
See, that's
I'm gonna have to show you at some point.
Yeah, we definitely. I'd love to get together and start talking about music again. I'd love to just start collabing and hearing about it, because, you know me in metal. Like I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I have know nothing about it. But I mean,
That's like most of what I know. I can make ass beaters, but making something gentle is not really my thing.
Thank you so much, Chels. I just noticed that you subscribed to me. Thank you, love. Also, she gifted a tear to High Impurity.
Oh, that's Robert.
That's fucking awesome. She gifted Robert, and then gave me 100 more fucking bits. She's just spoiling me, man. She's up there probably watching us, spoiling me. Like, yeah, that's right. Take a little bit more. Love her to death. One of my biggest cheerleaders for sure. So, man, I really wish that we would have kind of understood more about what we wanted to do with life when we were younger. But growing up is such a fucking bitch, dude. Yeah. And I mean, I was talking about it with my sister on a couple podcasts ago, but I was like, I know this isn't gonna make sense, but literally every weekend I would go to a party. I was like, I'm gonna die this weekend. Like, it would just sit somewhere in my head. Like, I was probably gonna go so hard that I didn't come home, and I felt bad. Of course, I didn't want my mom to feel pain or anything. But it was just like, I always thought I was gonna die. Like, I always thought that like this is the weekend where like I'm gonna live the best memories, but then something stupid's probably gonna happen and I'm gonna pass away. And with that mentality, you do so much stupid shit. You blow so much money on dumb shit. You do nothing. You waste all your time that you could be putting into like something you're inspired about, and do a fucking ass all with it. And it just, as I got older and realized, you know what, I actually want to stick around here. gave me better ideas. I'm proud of both you boys. You turned out pretty damn good. Well, thank you, Mama. I really appreciate that. I think we turned out fucking awesome. I mean, hell, you know.
I turned out okay, I guess.
I turned out okay. No, you turned out perfect.
My
bro.
kid's still alive, so doing something right.
Woo! No, yeah, dude, definitely dad life is also something that's insanely had a big impact on us.
Oh yeah, honestly, like, it happened at a pretty good time for me. Luckily, I like started to get my shit together like right before we found out we were pregnant. But I'm glad that it's now and not like some years ago. You know, like because I spent a lot of my time doing drugs and shit. You know, like there is no way that I would be able to raise a child doing drugs the way that I was doing and drinking the way that I was drinking. No, I'm finally starting to get my shit together, and I started to get my shit together. I'd say like the whole year before, before we even found out about the pregnancy. But definitely coming into parenthood was just that extra kick in the ass that I'm doing better than I've ever done, ever. Maybe I don't have the most money, probably because children are expensive,
No,
but
for sure.
I'm doing better than I've ever done, ever, and I've had points in my life, where I'm doing not good things, where I've had thousands and tens of thousands of dollars, at a time, and wasn't doing nothing,
Right.
Now I got, not much for money, but I'm doing better than I've ever done.
Yeah,
So.
and when it comes to stability, you understand you have like a goal now.
Yeah.
You have a clearance in all this bullshit. You
Yeah.
used to just be trucking through the fucking storm. Now you actually see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good stuff.
It is good.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of you, bro. I really
Thank
am.
you.
No, I know that we haven't really hung out much, but life's life.
Life is life.
And
I ain't really got time. Like, I tell people all the time, when they're like, man, we should hang out more, or it sucks that we don't hang out, and I try to tell people, like, just because I'm bad at reaching out or like bad at hanging out, doesn't mean I'm not thinking about you. It's
Right.
like I'm just busy,
Yep, trying to
just,
survive life. And
yeah, I'm just busy these days, and I spent so much of my life being like hyper social, that now like
you like your peace.
yeah,
No, dude, I'm with you.
yeah.
That's why I say
Now like honestly like so some of my like I've got a couple friends that I see constantly, like mostly because like we also like like we work together or we work for the same company or whatever, but like some of my best friends like will text a couple times a week, see each other every 90 days or more, but yeah, that's still my boys, like you're even like you. I ain't seen you in other than like passing,
yeah, almost 2 years.
in like in a minute, but that don't mean you're not on my mind or anything like that. It's just I got shit going on, and I'm also like still learning how to deal with being a person in sobriety. I put it in quotes because I still smoke sometimes. Like,
hey, in the new world, if you just smoke weed, you're sober.
yeah, but I don't drink. I hit a vape. I don't drink. I don't smoke cigarettes. I smoke weed like once or twice a month. Maybe a little more. Like sitting at home. lady will spark one up, and I'll hit it like once, cough myself into a headache, and I'm done. You know.
Right.
But yeah, I no alcohol, no drugs, nothing like that, and I'm still, you know, it's been, it's like the third, right? So I'm 3 days away from 2 whole years sober.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and
Fucking good for
I'm
you,
still
man.
learning how to be a person, not getting fucked up all the time. You know, that's it's hard to be social because now, like,
you're doing it in a way that you never used to do before.
Yeah, exactly.
So you got to retrain yourself on how to actually
Yeah.
be social without that extra kick.
Yeah, and I try to tell people too, like, you know, like, I've had people like hit me up, and you know, maybe I don't respond, or maybe I take a while to respond, or whatever, and they hit me up again, and then I'll see them, and they're like, hey, like, you know, like, try to hit you up or whatever, and I try to just like let people know, like, you know, it's nothing personal. I just I am like, I have this like new social anxiety that I never had before, you know, like, and it's
Oh yeah.
I'm figuring it out.
Oh, trust me, bro. I fully understand. I have a new set of fucking anxiety that's hit me, and I deal with it all the time. And now I basically fight to make sure that I don't let it absorb me.
Yeah.
Because.
But I try to tell people, like, do not ever be afraid to blow me up. You know, like if you message me, even, you know, like, hey, how's it going? Or hey, we should get together sometime, and I don't respond, you're never ever gonna hurt my feelings sending me another message. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so bad at responding. Sometimes I need people to
Message again
and again for me to be like, okay, you know, this person wants to talk to me, you know?
Right.
So, like, you know, like, and that's where, like, I struggle now, like, since I, like, have straightened my,
She said her anxiety got way worse after having kids.
And same. So, like,
here.
it got worse with sobriety, and now that I am a new parent, it is even worse.
Uh-huh. Got all these new fears. Bro.
Yeah, but, like, I try to tell people, like, blow me up, you know, because I am just under the assumption nowadays that everybody hates me, you know. I have spent so much of my life being just a shit person that I just assume everybody hates me, you know. So if you don't hate me, and I'm not, like, going out of my way to talk to you, it's not that I don't want to. I don't know how to. Plus, I probably think you hate me.
Right.
You know. So, like, yeah, like, don't. I encourage any of my people, blow me up. If I don't message you back, you know, it's nothing. It's more than likely nothing personal, and if it is, I will tell you, or I'll just block you.
Right.
You know, like,
you won't be able to message again.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
Blow me up, because then that just shows me that, hey, you don't hate me. You know,
Right.
I should talk to you because you're trying to talk to me. You know. Like,
I don't know, man. Our whole lives growing up, nobody's ever really hated you, unless it was because of situations that were back then, you know, teenage and stupid. But nobody's ever really not liked you. You've always had a chill vibe. You've never ever tried to start shit with people. You've never tried to even judge people for anything they really do.
But lately though, like the last chunk of some years, you know, when I was like, you know, I was doing drugs heavy every day, you know, I'm fucked up, you know, I'd be awake anywhere from 6 to 10 days at a time, you know, like, and by the time I'm day 4 or 5, you know, I'm just a fucking asshole, you know. And I've done a lot of really not cool things to some really good people. I fucked people over, you know, like I've just done some shit that addicts do, you know, and I feel like there is definitely a lot of people out here who still think I'm just the worst person ever because of some shit I did, and you know what? That's on me. I gotta own that, and I'm the one who has to live with it, you know? I know what I've done, and I know where I'm at now.
Exactly.
And you know what? Like, I feel bad. I feel bad about myself all the time still, but I know that I'm doing everything I can to be the best person I can, despite my mistakes. And you know what? Who the fuck is anyone to tell me I'm not?
Exactly.
You know?
No, that's all you can hope for, man. I mean, who the hell isn't a little shit when they're growing up, man?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know which way is up. Also, bro, like when you really think about life, I don't care what anybody says. People who have enough time, or at least have the mindset to take 5 seconds to be like, man, why the fuck am I here? Like, what am I doing? What am I gonna do? Do I have enough time? I don't feel like I have enough time, and that's at all stages of your life. And so you're just stuck in this mindset where it's like I said, dude, I thought I was gonna die every weekend.
Yeah.
Because I had no fucking plan. I had nothing going on. I had no like real ambition to do anything because everything just sounded like work to me. And I didn't want to work. I wanted to do something that I felt good about because my teachers talked about careers. And Bethany says it's been awesome seeing you thrive now that not everyone makes it out of addiction. For sure. I'd also like to state that Yancey, bro, you are not who you were before. None of us are. Like, even at this point as an adult, I understand that. Last year, dude, I was significantly different than I am this year.
Yeah.
And when it comes down to stuff like that and the mindset of thinking about, that's everybody. Everybody's got their own shit going on. Everybody's always changing. It makes me feel bad when I think about the people in the past because I have people who I still have beef with. And it's like, I don't want it with you. It's just my last recognition of you or my last idea of you was you being a fucking asshole or you being this kind of person. And I don't want that person in my life. And so I'll avoid it. But to think that, and I don't, that's why I tell Chelsea, I don't hold people to those standards anymore because obviously in the past year or two, we've changed significantly. People have definitely done that. And if they don't, then yeah, you definitely are just stuck in this rut and I feel sorry for you. But for the people that are changing, I feel bad because it's like, look, man, it's not that I hate you or dislike you or anything, but it's like, I'm not going to go out of my way to talk to you or to try to put you in my life. If life wants you in my life, it'll happen. Yeah. That's how I came across you. Yeah. And so it was like,
weird.
I literally, I have the people who I need around me, and the people I don't. But
absolutely.
Yeah, no, that's like what
you've been
excellent.
I try. Like I said, I know better than anybody, and I will.
I gotta wake up in the morning.
I will be the first person to admit that I have done some awful things. You know, I know that better than anybody. I've done some terrible things, and I know that. And all I can do is just live with it and just try to be better every day. And that's all that I care about. Like, that's all that I care about. Nowadays, I don't care. I do care because I've screwed people over, man. Like, I've screwed over employers, you know, I've screwed over friends, you know, I've done shitty things, you know, and all I can do now is like accept that these people probably want nothing to do with me anymore, you know, and that's fine.
Right.
I am totally okay with that. You know, that's the consequences of my own actions, and I am here for that. You know, all I can do is just try to be better every day.
Yep. And I guess what I would hope, not just for people that you've done wrong, but the people that I've done wrong, people that I have had done do wrong to me, like, I just hope that we all get to a spot where we realize that we can grow. Like, we just need to grow and not be the little shits we were before.
Yeah.
Like, dude, and like you said, addiction is crazy. I've seen firsthand in a couple of people just how crazy addiction is and how no matter how much love you pour into it, it doesn't beat addiction. Like, you need to, at least not in the cases I've seen. In some it might, and I hope it does, but it takes something from that person to wake them up and make them be like, okay, I'm doing better for me now. Like, I need to do better for me. Whether it be because you realize you want to be on this earth, or whether it's a child that helps you understand that, like, you can be better and there is a better you out there and there is a better you can achieve. But all I can ask is for the respect of people to understand that, look, man, if you can admit that you were different in the past 5 years, same here. Yeah. And just don't hold me to the same person I was then. Like, that's all I ask. I understand.
That's like my whole like motto or mantra or whatever. If I'm not doing better than my yesterday self, then I'm not doing good.
Yeah. It's there's people out there that definitely still just think that I'm just the worst. Like, I'm not gonna name people, you know, I'm not gonna call people out, you know, but very recently, somebody who was a friend of mine, you know, like good friend, we got into a little argument over the
Texting.
messenger, whatever.
I almost said video games.
Yeah, whatever, you know, the device is, you know, and this person tried to be like, you know, you're just shit, you know, like you did this, you did that, and I'm like, yeah, dude, I know, like I know that I did those things, but
That's
not me today, you know, and somebody told me, this person told me, I heard all about how, you know, you're on a different path and you're doing well and all this, but I'm not buying any of it. You know what? But you know what? Like, you don't have to. You don't have to. Nobody has to know, you know, as long as I know.
Yeah.
And the people that were meant to be around me will see it, you know. But really the only person that matters is myself. As long as I know that I'm not doing the same dumb shit I was doing, that's all that matters. I don't care if you or anybody else thinks that that I'm still just the same shitbag that I was, you know?
Right.
That shit don't matter. Yeah. Like, I know I'm doing good, and that's all I care about.
That's
you
perfect. As long as you can look in the mirror and tell yourself, like, I am doing better. Dude, it took a long time for me to, I thought I was a bad person a lot of my life.
I still do. Like, I struggle with that.
I think we all do in a certain way, but I mean, think about it. You kind of need to keep a shred of that in you because it's not about you needing to feel bad. It's about you understanding that there's always room for improvement and that I am not perfect and I do not think that I'll ever be perfect. All I can ever say is that I am me and I am proud of me and I have no problem with who I am today, with what I believe in, with what I stand up for, with what I do in my personal life. I agree. I feel like I am perfectly fine and happy with what I do, and I don't impede on anybody else's pursuit of happiness or anybody else's fucking meaning of life. I don't judge anybody else's meaning of life. I mean, everybody has their own little judgments where it's like, oh, that's weird. I mean, I wouldn't do that, but to each their own.
Yeah.
But to go any further than that, I think is just asinine. But to just be able to like accept yourself is a beautiful thing, and a lot of people can't get there, and it's sad because, bro, I spent a long time having a lot of problems with myself, thinking that I wasn't a good person and thinking that I was stupid. Like, school made me really believe that I was fucking stupid. And then I got out of school and started working at a couple factories and talking to other people who like really didn't have a clue, and it started really and dude, it made me go, I'm not stupid. I was just like late. I just didn't want to do the work. I just didn't want to sit there and do this dumbass work. Like, I literally had no problem every day being like, you want to teach me how to do, like, how to do taxes, how to save up $1 million, how to buy a house, how to like really provide for myself. Like, I wish they would really went into more what of a career was, but when they tell you you should find a career, they always bring up like lawyers, doctors, shit like that. And it's like, why don't you ask them, like, what's something, even at the kid's age, it's going to change. It's something they can look back on. But I mean, it took a long time for me to really be like, what is it I could do every day that wouldn't feel like work to me?
That's kind of why I kind of appreciate what Cadillac does with CTC.
Yes.
Yeah.
It gives you a hands-on experience and
yeah.
allows you to actually see if this is what you want to do.
Exactly.
I hate myself for taking automotive, not because I didn't like it. I do like automotive. But what 2 years of automotive taught me is I love working on my car in my time.
Yeah.
Not anybody else's car in anybody else's
I feel
time.
like if I was working on cars for a job every day, I would probably not want to work on my own car. If that makes any sense.
See, it's
like,
if you get into it, it's actually the opposite. Because then once you figure it out, you're like, oh, I could totally soup up my minivan. Like, I could just, I could drop a fucking motor in this thing. I could do this. I just have to take this out, move this around, put a little more room. It's just, once you know how to do it, you want to work on your own stuff because it's your own toys.
Yeah.
When it comes to doing somebody else's car, it's just like cooking at a restaurant, bro. Like, I love cooking for my friends and family. I hate cooking at a restaurant because now I have this pompous asshole that's like, that's not medium rare. And I'm like, I've heated it out. It is the exact thing of what medium rare is supposed to be. No, it's not. And that whole customer's always right bullshit. Customer's always right in means of taste.
See, ever since I seen the movie called Waiting,
I
have
love those
never,
movies.
ever.
There's 2 of them.
Yeah. See, I'm good. Like,
absolutely.
I'm a little bitch when it comes to like food, and if it's wrong or it comes out wrong, I'm like, yeah, I'm eating it.
I always say life is too short to be miserable at work. You spend way too much time there. Doing what you love is good for your mental health. Yeah,
absolutely.
Real.
Yeah, absolutely.
Honestly,
I think that I would probably not be in a good headspace if I was doing anything else. If I was doing anything else, I probably wouldn't be doing well.
I understand that.
Even if I was making more money, like I could be living comfortably, but if I fucking hate my job,
That right there is exactly what I talk to people at work about.
Yeah.
You know what really is sad? I've asked older people, like people that were 50, 60, the saddest thing they ever told me, because my thing is, whenever people are like, I don't know, man, I'm just dealing with some depression. I'm like, my first question to you is, what do you want to do when you like, it's not, you know, as a kid it was, what do you want to do when you grow up? I'm asking you, what do you want to do like as a career? What could you wake up every day and do that didn't feel like work and you loved it that much?
Yeah.
Some people would be like my old boss at the gas station, he was like, I want to own a gun shop. This man knows more about guns than any human probably should, but he knows so much about it and the industry and how the laws are changing. He keeps up with everything. He always wants to own it. He's always wanted to own a gun shop. I'm like, that's your passion. As long as you work towards that, you'll be happy. You'll be able to wake up every day and go to work. But when I ask the older guys, hey, what does he want to do? He's like, I don't know. I'm too old for all that. I just come to work. No wonder you're fucking depressed. No wonder you feel like every day is dark and dying and you don't know where you're going because you don't have a plan. You need to have something. Everybody needs to have something in their head that goes, this is why I'm doing it.
Yeah.
This is why I wake up and go to work.
Yeah.
Whether it's a job I love or a job I don't love, this is why I'm doing it, because one day I will be this.
Yeah.
And that is what people need to, I really do hope a lot of people take a little more time in their day to just be like, what is it I can wake up every day and do that doesn't feel like work? To me, it took a couple acid trips, but it was fucking, it was my coffee shop, dude.
Yeah.
Just sitting behind a bar, not an alcoholic bar because I just don't like drunks, but a bar that just like a weed hangout lounge with games and darts and pool and fucking, I'd have a stage, I'd be able to have shows, just my own environment where people come and smoke weed and tell me their stories, and I get to have this one-on-one connection with people, hear other people's stories and lives or where they came from, what they've gone through, as well as just have my own space to give people a safe space to come and hang out and feel like they have their own community, like a stoner community as well as not just stoner, but like a peaceful joint that people can get along and play pool, maybe smoke a joint and hang out, watch the game, watch a fucking, I'd like to do some video game tournaments, start hosting some tournaments there, have a live band, have you guys show
remind
up.
me to take you down to Utica to Bodega. Bodega is where I got my pre-roll.
Oh yeah.
They have like this lounge where you can like sit in and everything, and I think they have live shows there too.
That's awesome. See, that's what I want. I'm like,
I
could wake up every day and go behind that bar and would never be like, I would work there 7 days a week, wouldn't bother me. So that's what I'm going towards, and that's what I'm waking up like this. This is a hobby. I'm doing this as my, like, the reason I make these episodes and the reason I ask you how you feel about these things and what you would believe in and what inspired you is because this is all a giant time capsule for me. I get to go back and look back on these and show our kids these, and if we ever die, our kids can look back and see all these episodes where they see what their dad stood for and how their dad, what they believed in, how they grew up, the funny things they've been through. This is big to me, and so that's why this is my hobby. It's going to bring me in social views, and not just views, but like it's going to bring in publicity to hopefully my coffee shop and make people want to come show up to it. But I just want to sit behind my bar, man, smoke a little weed, hang out with people, hear some stories, and have my own environment where I know I have my safe space, my coffee shop, and I'll fucking hang out there all day and serve people, make burgers every Wednesday because I love cooking, or make breakfast on Wednesdays because I'm excellent at breakfast. But yeah, man, like it's for me. This is what I want to do. And the video game recording that I'd love to have you a part of when we do some game recordings and have that on my one channel, Green Collar Entertainment. That stuff's just for me, man. Like, if people watch it, cool. But if not, dude, that's just for fucking me. My apparel, I'd love to make some money off it to where I can take care of my family and maybe pay my friends when they're on my channel and build something out of it, of course. But for the most part, dude, I'm making these shirts, whether you think they're stupid or not, because they're for me. They make me laugh. They make me remember what the fuck I did that night. They remind me of my fucking boss-ass friends that I've had my entire life and the people that I might have met just a couple weeks ago that said something I can't forget. It's just building your own life, building your dream, your future is what I feel is the first step to getting over depression or getting over you feeling like you just have no way out. But no, man, I fucking love it. I love being able to talk to other people and hear what their dreams are because it's inspiring. It's like, see, I would never want to own a gun shop. I love creating stuff, but I would never think of actually becoming a woodworker. Musical career, I would love to make music. I do not actually want to sign to anybody. And I remember saying that to my mom. Like, I don't want to sign and be a rapper unless I can pay for myself and do my own thing. Like, I'd still just be under somebody's thumb. I'd still have this. And
Have a
as you
contract.
hear from now, the contracts, you're just getting robbed. Like, Fetty Wap made $40 million off his album. They gave him $1 million.
Yeah, I would never.
So
yeah,
like
I would
shit like
never-
that.
I would never like sign to a record label or anything like that.
Yeah.
I
just
mean,
wanna
like,
make music for myself. and my friends.
unless somehow like it was just like, you know, like they fund me, I do
What you
sort of
want.
what they want while doing what I want, then I maybe would. But if I was to launch a full-time like music career, it would have to be like based like on my own, like independent, you know, like I couldn't sell out, you know, like I couldn't sign to a label that's just going to tell me what to do.
And tell you how to sound or what you
Yeah.
want to do.
Like,
Exactly. And so I never wanted that career for my life. I love the aspect of it. Like, it looks cool traveling and doing stage, but that's why I found out you don't need to have a producer and all that to do
no,
that.
dude, some of my favorite bands are doing this shit, are touring the world
Exactly.
with no label.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I would love to get Yancey's band, me rapping, you rapping, a couple other bands, my buddy John's band, and I would love to be able to, like, from our clientele, from our social network that's kind of like into us and our apparel and all that coming in, just be able to put ourselves on tour and go fucking do it. Like, that would be amazing to me. That's the only time I would really have fun. Because if not, dude, I'm away from my family. I'm stuck on this fucking tour bus with maybe 4 other people I don't fucking know.
Yeah. Whether
They're famous or not, now I just feel like I'm always need to be at the top of my game. And I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's just the stress has got to be different, bro. But I would love to do shows. I would love to have people like my music and listen and respond to it. It's just that life has never been something I've wanted to do. Like, it's fun. It would be a cool 2-3 month thing to do, tour around or something like that. But I can't be away from my family like that.
Yeah.
And like I said, my thing, I just love to sit in my coffee shop all day, listen to my music, watch a live band play, have some comedy nights.
Yeah.
Just my chill own little area. But yeah, man, it's great. We're working on it step by step. You're improving every day.
Yeah, should be. Everybody should be.
Speaking of improving, I gotta go to sleep so I can make some money.
You're right. All right. Yeah, we've been on long enough. It's been a nice night. I like talking to you guys. And I think this is an excellent episode. Thank you for being on, man. I really appreciate that.
Of course.
We'll have you on in future episodes. I'd like to have you, actually, I'd like, if you're available and if they're up for it, I'd love to have the whole band on.
Okay.
And we can go over all kinds of music shit, as well as like how you guys got together, how everything came about, the songs, how do you guys come up with songs, like stuff like that. And Eric, I'll definitely have you on a couple other future ones because we're also going to start, like, I'll also give you the invites and set up times. We're definitely going to start putting some videos on Green Color Entertainment, which is just group gaming, and try to just make some fun videos of us playing some video games.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's where the best content's made. Other than that, thank you, Chelsea. I love you so much for always spamming my place with bits. Really loving it. And I really appreciate everybody that's come out. Oh, what is that? They need to make arcade weed places like Dave and Buster's. Oh, see?
Yeah,
I could even incorporate a couple
That's
fucking.
a great idea.
That's a great idea. See, I would do that. Bring out the Skatricity floor rug, a lot of black lights.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm into it. We'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll put some fucking. I'll make it an arcade because arcades are just the shit, man. Like, I get that they're old style, but dude, it's just the environment. Like,
I miss
and I
the
can make,
older arcades, though.
See, that's fine. I like it, but I'd love to make it a newer,
Yeah,
new age
no,
one. Like,
yeah,
just bring in
like,
the new
have the new
consoles
games
and
and
have some
everything.
fucking tournaments. Like, that's something else I'm gonna do on Green Collar.
Yeah.
Set up tournaments where we just pick a game like Mortal Kombat and we all get together and we fucking go at it.
Create like a.
I used to do GoldenEye tournaments.
Oh my god, dude, GoldenEye, Jesus, that game. But yeah, thank you guys for coming out. I really appreciate it. I really enjoyed this episode. As always, be yourself and you always be on the right path. Catch us next time, every Saturday at 8. Glad to have you.